You are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up, family? This is our boy, Coach Malachi in the building. We are back. True Media Podcast, we back up in this BI. True Media Podcast, we are back up in this BI. Yeah, man, salute everybody, man. Happy Friday. Let me see something. Do I have that there? Oh, yeah, happy Friday. Salute everybody, man. Peace to the family, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hope everybody enjoying themselves. Really do hope everybody enjoying themselves, man. Hope everybody enjoy their Friday. As a matter of fact, let me do that because I got to post this and pin this to the top. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Yeah, man, if you want to become a sponsor of today's show, you know what I mean? You donate $50 or more, you will become a sponsor of today's show. You get what I'm saying? So, y'all can send that cash app or on Super Chat or whatever. You know what I mean? So I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Today going to be a good show. Today going to be one of my best shows because we're going to cover a lot of stuff. We're going to try to summarize everything within 2.5 hours. That's the plan. Summarize everything within 2.5 hours. So that means I can't have long monologues. You know what I mean? I can't be drifting off like I normally do. I normally drift off and we go to talk about stories and this and that and all kind of stuff that go on in life, which I like talking about that. I think what we're going to have to do. Let's see. I think we're going to have to, so we got a troll. Look like we got a troll over here. Don't worry about it. I'm finna get you up out of here. Bye, Felicia. Create another account. I know you will. We got somebody over here spitting racism over here in the other chat. You know, but I blocked him. He out of here. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Hide behind the avatar. Create another account. I know you will. And when you come back, guess what? I will be blocking that other one, sir.
True.
You know, he's saying the N-word with the ERS. I'm saying no problem. Okay. It is what it is. Must be one of my, you know what I mean? One of my mini trolls who, you know, they like to do what they like to do, you know. You know, Coach Malachi, I don't give a damn. I give 25 fucks either way. You know what I mean? I like to block them and keep it moving. I'm the Kimbe Mutombo in this bitch. We got over 1,000 blocked right now. Facts. You know what I mean? So I love the block. I swear to God, I love the block. Yeah, I love it. You get what I'm saying? Motherfucker, get out of pocket. We holler at you. Create another account. I know you will. Anyways, yeah, man. So anyway, shout out to everybody in the chat. Today's show gonna be a great one. Now, it's a lot going on in sports. Now, we're gonna do a show on this about gambling and boxing. Oh yeah. And we go not today, but we gonna touch on it a little bit, but not today. But we're gonna look at Golden Boy promotions. We're gonna look at Top Rank. We're gonna look at PBC. We're gonna look at Matchroom. You get what I'm saying? Queensberry, again, you know, it's a lot that probably goes on over there in the UK. But the reason why I'm touching on Matchroom, because Matchroom is over here in America as well. You know, they're over there in the UK, but Eddie Hearn is a little bit more seen. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Because we all know what it is. You know, we know when the fighters take a dive. Nigga, I seen fighters take dives like I remember Y'all know my main man Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson fought this one dude. I forgot this black dude name. And Mike hit the motherfucker. This one Mike was past his prime. I think Mike caught him one good time. I think it was in the 2000s or something like that. He hit the man. The man fell back on his leg. Looked like he kind of broke his leg, but he didn't. And then laid down on the ground. He fell back on his leg, hit the ground, took his mouthpiece out of his mouth, and then laid there. Hey, shit. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure with some of them Oscar De La Hoya fights, that was like, hold on, fam. This shit ain't looking right. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like, normally that shit happen with the big name fighters. If you like a big mega star, all that shit right there, like, you know, something that shit be happening. But then it's not just the fighters, it's the promoters as well. It's the matchmakers who you don't see. It's a lot of shit that goes on. And you know, boxing is probably one of the most cricketed sports in the history of time. And you know, I feel like talking about it. Hopefully I don't get no phone calls. If I do, fuck you in advance. True. Yeah. Fuck you in advance. I'm saying it. Fuck them. I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck about no promoters. Give a fuck about what they talking about, the mob bosses in the bag. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I ain't nobody. I'm a small fry, so I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say, when I want to say it, how I want to say it. I don't answer to nobody. You dig? So you know it is what it is. Anyway, shout out to Mr. Tomato Can. Yes, sir. Mr. Tomato Can in the building. Yeah, man, Mr. Tomato Can. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, this shit going in football. You know, you already know the referee is the key one. Now, the referee, oh my God. In boxing, it's the referee and the judges. We already know what's up with the judges. The judges, listen, the judges is the most obvious. You sitting back looking at a dude. Now, you know now, hold on. Now, you know this dude, this nigga done lost 12 rounds straight. One judge got her to draw. Nigga don't want, dude, this man don't won a total of 2.5 rounds. I give you 3 just on GP. I don't know, man. I got that bitch kind of even, dog, through 10. You got it kind of even through 10. Yeah, I got it kind of even through 10, dog. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a tough one to score. True. Then the CompuBox say this. I'm like, okay, who is the CompuBox? Who's counting the CompuBox? That's a whole nother thing. CompuBox, how that go? Okay, so is there somebody on the clicker clicking? We got to take this shit back to the old school. Well, see the CompuBox, this how many he landed. How do we know that's true? Because what I saw with my own eyeballs, nah, dog, look like he landed a lot more punches than that. Well, the CompuBox said he only landed 110, and this dude landed 108. No, man, that dude was throwing 1-2 punches at a time. This dude was throwing 3, 4, 5 punches at a time, and he was landing 4.5 of them, and he was landing 1.5 of them. Nah, dog. True. Man, I know what I saw. I don't want to hit that CompuBox shit. Yeah, the CompuBox said this. So they were really closer than that. No, it wasn't. That's a lie. That's a goddamn lie. No, sir, we ain't finna do that. No, sir. No. This shit fixed. So yeah, we finna expose all this shit. We finna expose everything. Listen, I don't care who names we call or whatever. It don't matter. It really don't matter. I ain't got no relationship with none of these niggas. True. I ain't got no relationship with Eddie Hearn. I ain't got no relationship with the BBC. I ain't got no relationship with Goldberg. I ain't got no relationship with none of these motherfuckers. I don't. So I get 25 fucks about all of them. You get what I'm saying? I just call it the way I see it, fam. Call it the way I see it, baby boy. That's all I'm gonna do. You get what I'm saying? Shit, I'm down with TMP. You ain't down with shit. If you ain't down with TMP, fuck you. Anyways, I'm gonna say, you know what it is. Anyways, let's get into the show. Eric Gomez admits to cherry picking fights for Canelo. And this is what he said. He said, we avoided certain styles to protect him. Hey, listen though, when I saw this, I didn't listen to the entire interview. I listened to like part of it because this was the interview that Eric Gomez did on the 3 Knockdown Rule podcast. The 3 Knockdown Rule podcast, shout out to Steve Kim and Mario Lopez. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So, you know, somebody spoke about Lamont Roach and Tank fight. Absolutely. We already know what time that fight was. The rules say if you get hit with a punch and then take a knee after that, that's scored an automatic knockdown, regardless of who it is. And then the rules say if you stop the fight, stick your head through the ropes in mid round and have your corner come up to you and wipe your face, that's automatic disqualification. So we just seen a fixed fight happen right before our eyes. True. That's just one example. Now, if you're a fan of Tinkerbell, oh man, that ain't nothing, man, that ain't nothing. Don't nobody see everybody always want to talk about everybody, because I be listening to some of these Tinkerbell YouTube channels, and they always want to talk about how, corruption in boxing and it's this and that and yada 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 and blah, this quasi. But then when their fighter is involved in the corruption, they get radio silent. They act like they ain't seen nothing. That's why I say it's all fake outrage. It's all fake outrage. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Yeah, I ain't seen that. Oh man, that ain't. You know what I mean? You know when their fighter's not on trial, that's when it's a. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Like I say, man, I ain't got no friends on this shit. You know what I mean? One thing I know, I've been doing this shit long enough to tell you. Guess what? 1 minute they praise you, the next minute they make a video dissing you. I've been there, done that. Trust me. True. I stay ready. Know what they say? If you stay ready, you ain't never got to get ready. I stay ready because I know what they expect. I've been here. I know what they expect. They coming. When they do, I will politely remind them, Coach Malachi's not the one. I'm not the 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, sir. You probably need to, sir or ma'am. You need probably take that shit over there. Take that shit over there. It's kind of weak over there. Over here, this some goddamn ether. You get what I'm saying? I do my homework over here. Anyways, in a recent interview with Golden Boy Promotions, President Eric Gomez, Steve Kim, President Gomez, he was on the 3 Knockdown Rule podcast. You know, President Eric Gomez did an interview with Steve Kim and stuff like that, and Mario Lopez. And now Steve Kim had asked Eric Gomez, was he surprised that Terence Crawford beat Canelo? Now, Eric Gomez's reply kind of like surprised me, because they always say, Mexicans always stick together. You hear that from black boxing fans. Yeah, man, Mexicans black boxing fans are the only ones that don't be on cold. Mexicans they don't never pick a Mexican over a black fight over a Mexican. Okay, I say that's a goddamn lie, because you trying to make it seem like Mexicans and Mexican Americans and any other thing that's dealing with cans is all a monolith. There's no one group of people that's a monolith. So that's a lie. Niggas got to stop saying that shit. That ain't true. Eric Gomez said, no, I picked Crawford to beat him. He picked a non-Mexican fighter to beat a Mexican fighter. So that totally throw your narrative all out of whack. But anyways, I digress. Eric Gomez said, and I quote, this is what he said, and I quote, he said, no, I wasn't surprised. I picked Crawford to win. He said Crawford's style is the type of style we avoided for Canelo for 12 years when we had him over here at Golden Boy Promotions. The only reason the Lara fight got done was because Canelo insisted on fighting Lara. Austin Trout gave Canelo problems. Everybody saw that fight. This is what Eric Gomez is saying. The Mexican. Got to throw that out there. The Mexican, Eric Gomez, is saying this. Okay? Floyd Mayweather gave Canelo problems as well. This is what Eric Gomez says. He said, I felt Crawford's style was very similar to those guys. That's why I picked Crawford to beat Canelo. I got the receipts. I'm going to play it. True. I got the receipts. Because, hearing me say it is one thing. But I want you to hear what your people saying. This is what your people saying. Eric Gomez, don't get mad at me. This is what your people saying, fam. So let's go. And who knows Canelo? See, Eric Gomez ain't just no fan like one of you niggas online or just fans of Canelo. Nah, he ain't it. Eric Gomez know Canelo personally, unlike Canelo fans. Eric Gomez worked directly with Canelo personally, unlike the Cinnabon fans. Eric Gomez used to help write these checks, and they put together plans and stuff like that for Canelo throughout his 12 years over there at Golden Boy, unlike the Cinnabon fans. So I just got to throw that out there. Anyways. Anyway, let's continue. Lord, let's continue. I was shocked that he came out and said that publicly. I wasn't even going to do a show on this. I was going to do a show on something else. But when I saw this, I was like, oh, Lord, Helmers, I can't pass this by. However, I had no idea, and this is what Eric Gomez says, and I quote, I continue. He said, however, I had no idea that Crawford would beat Canelo so easily. He said, I picked Crawford to beat Canelo by decision, but I had no idea that Crawford would beat Canelo so easily. Let's pivot to 2025. Could this be the reason why Golden Boy was not in such a hurry to make Vergil Ortiz fight Crawford when it was in the welterweight division, when Vergil Ortiz was ranked #1 with the WBO? Oh, I got the interview where Paco was on the Boxing Boys, and he said, man, we offered, when Vergil Ortiz was ranked #1 in the WBO and Crawford mandatory was coming up, we offered him, we say, look, man, we offered him that fight. Say, look, man, we can make that fight happen. You know what I mean? Because you're the mandatory, you coming up. And he said Vergil Ortiz, his team turned it down. Boots Ennis was the next guy that was up. Y'all remember that? And I gotta address that because I see there's a concerted effort going on with all of the media outlets saying the same thing. You notice I'm talking about in boxing, like the Max Kellermans, the Mike Carpenters, the Ring, the different boxing channels. Shout out to the Boxing Voice, but the Boxing Voices, all these other big dogs in boxing, the whole business, all of them saying the same thing. See, when you see all the big major media outlets say the same thing, that tells you that's a circular point. They got their messages from whoever told them what to say. And then all of them, we gotta say the same thing. Same shit that CNN and NBC and ABC. I'm telling you. That's how this shit work in the media. I don't know if y'all know. But that's gonna be a whole nother show right there. I got a whole nother show I'm dropping on that. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna eat to that. That's gonna be too easy for me. Anyways, but he said, however, he had no idea that Crawford would beat Canelo so easy, right? And as I said, could this be the reason why Golden Boy was not in such a hurry to make the Vergil Ortiz and Crawford fight at welterweight? Also, could this be the reason why we haven't seen a Jerron Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz fight yet? I don't know. Because it's something about that boot side that they look like they kind of shaking a little bit. And it's something about that Ortiz side that look like they kind of shaking a little bit. Remember, Eric Gomez said that we tried to keep Canelo away from that style for the 12 years he's been over that Golden Boy. He said, we know that style can give him problems. So when you're matchmaking is all about, now you got some fighters like a Bernard Hopkins, he had to fight whoever he can get in the ring. When you are the superstar fighters, I'm talking about the ones who the media loves you, all of the people in boxing love you. You had the outliers. B-Hop was an outlier, stuff like that, yada, yada, yada. Hagler was an outlier, some of the dudes, they just had to go through some shit. You get what I'm saying? The guys who wasn't popular, the ones who didn't get the praise from the big media outlets and stuff like that. The ones who were like, no matter what they did, it wasn't enough. You do know that Godzilla sitting right here in front of you when you holler about everybody over here scared, but this nigga right here, he like, nah, dog, I'm right here. I'm blowing fire on your neck right now. Nigga, I just don't burn down 15 buildings in your neighborhood. I'm right here. Yeah, I'm ready, dog. What's up? Yeah, man, ain't nobody, though. Everybody ducking that, dog. We the boogeyman. Okay, but this guy right here say he the boogeyman too. So why don't the two boogeymen get together and fight? Yeah, dog, like I was saying, dog. Everybody know what's up. I'm coming for all them boys. Hey, here go me. This one of the boys right here. I'm right here, dog. In your division. I got the belt. I got a belt, dog. I'm here, dog. I'm here. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Eddie, go out there and let them boys know that everybody's scared of me. They ducking me. And we gonna hunt them down one by one. And then then I'm gonna go over here on my side and tell them the same thing. Hey man, look, my nigga, I'm right here, dog. I ain't had a fight in a year, dog. What's happening, man? What's up? I'm here. What's up? Y'all ain't got to look for me. Here go me. Yeah, Eddie, go over there. Make sure you say that and tell all them other niggas to focus on the other guy that we know goddamn well we had no intentions on trying to fight anyway, because we avoided that nigga in welterweight as well. So don't worry about that. Just keep using his name. We gonna build my name up off of that. You know, I'm the T-move version of him. I ain't gotta say no names. You get what I'm saying? But no matter what, we ain't worried about the dude that's yelling my name. True. I shall not spare the rod today. I don't have any friends. Niggas, I ain't down with you. I'm not your partners. I'm not your homies. I get 25 fucks about you. To this day. I really do. But anyways, I digress. This is what Eric Gomez said, right? He said he had no idea that Crawford would beat Canelo so easily. And, so there's a lot of stuff that goes on in boxing. We gonna pick that back up. That's a whole nother goddamn series I'm gonna drop. Drop a series of ether, piss a whole lot of people off. I love pissing people off. I am the prince of pissing people off. And I'm good at it, right? In other news, in a recent press conference, the FBI arrested and brought charges against NBA coach Chauncey Billups, my guy. I love Chauncey Billups. I love when he beat my Lakers. He beat my Lakers in 2004. Big shot Bob, Chauncey Billups. He always hitting big shots. Big point guard. You know what I mean? I think that was the year. That was the only year I rooted against the Lakers. I picked the Detroit Pistons to beat. Was that 2004? I think, yeah, 2004. Yeah, they beat my Lakers. That was the only year I picked them. I picked against them. So they had all these other niggas coming over there, superstars and all that stuff. I like Kobe. Kobe was my guy. Him and Shaq was beefing. I was like, man, I didn't like that team, bro. I didn't like that team at all. I was like, man, and then Detroit Pistons, the bad boys, the new bad boys, they was kind of like the underdog team. They had Big Ben Wallace playing center. He couldn't hit a bucket to save his life, but he played excellent defense. Shot blocker. Set mean screens. Dunk alley-oops. Then you had doggone Rasheed Wallace. He could take you down in the post, or he could hit the three-point on you. Then you got Tayshaun Prince. He was kind of like a praying mantis. Yeah, he was skinny, but he had them long-ass arms. Play lockdown defense. Then we had Rip Hamilton. Rip slicing the dice and shooting guard. Catching and shooting like a modern-day Reggie Miller at that time. Then we had got Rasheed Wallace, Tayshaun Prince, Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, and Ben Wallace. Okay, yeah, I got everybody. That was the top five right there. You get what I'm saying? So, anyways, but they brought my dog up on charges. They brought Chauncey Billups and player Terry Rozier. They brought charges up on them for illegal gambling in the NBA. Illegal gambling. Although this has nothing to do with boxing, but y'all know me, I like to talk about several different topics. I'm not just going to be talking about boxing. Because I don't really like boxing like that no more, to be fair. So I ain't just going to be talking about boxing. Y'all gonna have to roll with me. So some days I'm gonna be talking about other shit that ain't got nothing to do with boxing. That's just what it's gonna be. If you roll with me, you roll with me. You get what I'm saying? And I ain't finna be arguing about no niggas about who their favorite fighter is and what they like and who ducking who and who you like and who you don't like. I don't care, sir. I'm not emotionally invested like that. I don't. Anyways, but although this has nothing to do with boxing, I wonder how often something like this happens in the sport of boxing. Sure, we see bad matchmaking all the time. For example, we saw Wisma Lamabine, a guy who never had an amateur background and turned pro at 26. And he fought Boots Ennis and got stopped within seconds in the first round. That got to be a form of illegal gambling or something illegal going on. Because listen, there's no way a guy who has a first grade skill level should be fighting in the ring with the guy who have a 12th grade skill level. Now, this been going on in boxing forever. So we know how that is. That's how you pad your record and stuff like that. That goes on. So we can probably let that pass for now. But I'm talking about the other shit. The other shit. You get what I'm saying? The dude got knocked out in seconds, right? Bad matchmaking, as I said before, like this form, is a form of illegal activity. That's what I'm saying. We've heard rumors of the great Sonny Liston, They say Sonny Liston took a dive against Muhammad Ali back in 1965. I went back and looked at that fight. They got old footage, it's in black and white, old footage of Ali and Liston, that fight right there where Ali called him and, he hit him with the phantom punch and Sonny Liston went down. I think he grabbed his mouthpiece. I don't know. I got to go back and look at it. I don't know. Did Sonny Liston grab his mouthpiece or something? I don't know. But I say that man, it ain't nowhere in here. That man knocked out. I love Ali, but Ali was telling him to get up. Ali was like, man, get up. Well, Ali was standing over him. Ali, the photographer who took the picture, did a wonderful job, but what y'all don't know the story behind that. Ali was telling Sonny Liston to get up. He knew the nigga went knocked out. Man, get up, man. No, man, get up. I ain't got no punch of power like that, man. Get up, get your ass up. Ali was telling the man to get up, man. The man didn't get up. True. Yeah, I heard they got Damon Jones as well. I forgot about him. I'm gonna keep you on salute for him. You know what a nigga playing possum. Man, this man playing possum, man. I don't see dudes. It's just like in WWE, right? I used to watch wrestling. You see a dude get pinned with a hell of a move. 1, 2, 3. Then the guy who wins, jump up, everybody screaming and all that stuff there. Then the guy he just pinned, you'll see him slowly roll out of the ring. Everybody paying it. The camera's paying attention to the dude who won. Then you'll see the dude he beat just roll out of the ring. Man, wasn't nothing wrong with you. You could have kicked out of that. Hey, but at least in wrestling, we know what it is. We know what it is. Now, I'm not saying wrestling is fake because those moves that those guys are doing are real. And if you don't execute those moves correctly, you can break somebody's neck and kill somebody in wrestling. If you really DDT somebody, if you really do a pile driver on somebody, come on, man. So yeah, my head gonna be above my knees. So when you pile drive me, my neck ain't get jammed up on the canvas. And of course, you got to do that. Yeah, nigga, if I really put this figure 4 leg lock on you like I supposed to, I'm gonna snap your leg in half. Or if I do that ankle lock like I supposed to, I'm gonna snap your whole ankle in half. Of course, you can't really do that. Like execute it like you really trying to hurt somebody. We know that. But those moves are real. I don't got put in the sleeper before. And the full Nelson. And I'm telling you, that's real. I felt every bit of that. Anyways, but the question I have is this: does illegal gambling still go on in boxing today? Absolutely. Just to show is the mafia is still here. Yeah, the mob's still here. That's what FBI said. Said they bringing them up on charges too. They think they said the Gambino family, the Bonanno family, all them Italians. All them Italians that don't like people who look like me. You get what I'm saying? So all those Italians, you know what I mean? That's something between y'all. I think the Italians, y'all went to killing each other. See, that's what y'all fucked up at. Y'all went to murdering each other and stuff like that. The Italians did that. You know what I mean? They talking about some young man, black people, the only one who be harming themselves. Shit, you better look at the Italian, look at the mafia right here in America. What John Gotti and them was doing? Look like when they offering each other for power. Don't just put that shit on us. Nah, y'all be doing it too. True. We just the one that gets scapegoated in the media. Nah, y'all be doing a whole lot of stuff. Just the focus ain't on y'all. When I say y'all, I'm talking about the ones who be trying to paint certain narratives about a certain group of people while ignoring, like I said before, somebody was telling me about Charlie Kirk. I said, well, shit, Charlie, that was a white on white crime. Charlie got killed by his own kind. His own people did that. Right? His own people did that, right? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I figured you want to talk about that. Anyways, are fighters intentionally taking dives for the mafia, promoters, and brokers inside of the sport? What about referees? What about judges? We heard about the old yellow envelope. Hey, look here, baby boy, Tim Cheatham. Ooh, Lord, you got a good name. Hey, Tim Cheatham. Yeah, check this out, baby boy. I need something for you, boy. We got this big fight coming up now. Now, how's your wife and kids? Wife and kids good. Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we got these pictures of you and Big Booty Judy and Bowlegged Monica, at the MGM Grand on the 30th floor, you know what I mean? With some white powdery substances and Viagra and some alcohol and loud music and stuff. Yeah, it'd be shame if that get out to the media. But anyway, back to what I was saying though. Yeah, what we need you to do, baby boy, check it out though. So we got this fight coming up, right? And we need to make sure that the guy who we want to win, bam, he be up 3 rounds before he even step in the ring. Is there a way you can make that happen? Yeah, ooh, you said you got them photos, right? Yeah, I do got the photos. Okay, yeah, all right, cool. And check that out, we left you another yellow envelope. We know how this shit go. I'm not gonna play these crackhead games. Anyways, so all fighters still intentionally taking dives or whatever, or fights are being, put it this way, are fights being fixed? And there are several ways to fix a fight. We saw a fight get fixed when Rolly Romero fought Ismael Barroso. That was a fixed fight. Pretty sure that was fixed. Can't nobody tell me nothing different. Grandpa was putting hands and foot on Rolly Romero throughout the entire fight, dropped them and everything. Rolly, dropping them later on or whatever. But then at that particular time when the fight got thrown, when the fight got stopped, who that was? Tony Weeks? That was Tony Weeks on that one. When the fight got stopped, doggone Tony Weeks jumped in. Rolly landed one punch. The rest of the punches, Buddy was blocking and slipping and stuff like that. Ismael Barroso, he wasn't landing nothing clean. Tony Weeks jumped in there talking about something, I got to save the fighter. Rolly got a 140-pound junior welterweight title on the humbug. It was a cherry pick that went wrong. The cherry didn't know he was supposed to take the dive. The cherry was putting hands and foot and breaking toenails off and Rolly Romero ass. He got a title shot fresh off of coming off a knockout loss to Tank Davis. Literally, the fight before that, he got stopped by Tank Davis in lightweight, moved up to junior welterweight, and got a title shot. Where they do that at? True. Where they do that at? So don't tell me this shit don't go on in boxing. We know it do, right? Anyways, we talking about the brokers. Brokers know. The insiders. We know what go on. We know what go on. You get what I'm saying? But we'll discuss this later on in the show. In other news, Joseph Parker is set to do battle against Fabio Wardley tomorrow at the O2 Arena. Joseph Parker is favored as a 4-1 favorite to win, -400 to beat Wardley. Me personally, I'm picking Parker to win this fight. Hopefully, this fight will be as good as advertised, and it be just as good for the fans as well. But back to returning to illegal gambling in boxing. See, come one thing about me, if it's going on in the NBA, it's going on in the NFL. If it's going on in the NFL, it's going on in baseball. If it's going on in baseball, it's going on in hockey. If it's going on in hockey, it's going on in boxing. And we know it's always been going on in boxing. We know how they do in boxing. You know what I mean? I told y'all, ain't no good guys in boxing. Bob Arum, he ain't no good guy. Eddie Hearn, he damn sure ain't no good guy. Al Heyman, he's so much of a non-good guy, he don't even show his face. You can see every human being on the planet in public but Al Heyman. Never that who Lord have mercy. And Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, we know goddamn well he ain't no good guy. We know how this go, right? As I said before, I'm pissing everybody off. I don't pledge allegiance to none of you fuck niggas. I don't. Okay? True. Say what I said, fam. Anyways, how do you feel about what Eric Gomez had to say about cherry picking certain styles for Canelo? Could this be the reason why Al Heyman told Errol Spence to avoid Terence Crawford at all costs? Let's get into the show. Today's show is sponsored by the one and only Foster's Barbershop. Foster's Barbershop is located at 1923 West Main Street, West Tampa, Florida, 33607. Book an appointment. Let them know that Coach Malachi sent you. You will receive a 10% discount. And if you want to rent the venue, you can. There's a tiki hut in the back. There's a lot of sports televisions in the back. We have a bartender. We serve drinks as well. You can have a nice little corporate function or whatever. We do want the corporate money. You know what I mean? Want the corporate money. It's a high class, high end barbershop. And you ain't gonna go there. The niggas gonna be shooting dice and Pookie and Ray Ray and Laquita and John ain't gonna be none of that. This is a high end barbershop. If you broke, this ain't the spot. This ain't the spot for you. Just want to throw that out there. Let's give our sponsor a round of applause. Yeah. You know, listen, man. Listen, man. Let's have some fun today, man. Shout out to Gavin.
Hey, okay.
Dropping out quarter over. Damn, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Rolly really a WBA champ from getting an intern belt at a catchweight that elevated to welterweight champ without fighting it. Hey, Big Rolo, nigga, Big Rolo, nigga. Hey, listen, Big Rolo is, oh my God, boy. You know they say God bless. They say God look out for babies and fools. You know what I mean? And you know, in Rolly Romero, Lord have mercy, boy. They would listen. They made a special Olympic. You know, wasn't nobody dissing Rolly Romero but me on social media. I'm the one that came up. He's the crayon eating Rolly Romero. That came from me. Everybody know that. You get what I'm saying? So I be hearing niggas taking my talking points, but I ain't tripping. I ain't mad on it. It's for everybody. You know what I mean? I be saying so much shit. You know what I mean? And I take a nigga shit in a minute. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I don't give a damn. They can have it. But I'm the one that came up with that. I'm the one that came up with that. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I was just, man. Yeah, I'm a star. You know, all that shit there. Manufactured this motherfucker. This man just walking down the street and just winning belts on a humbug. Man, just not guess what? Now he's the WBA. What is the welterweight champ now? You can't, boy. They don't even try to hide it no more. They used to try to hide it. I give them that. Back in the day, they used to try to hide it. They don't even try to hide it no more. Hey, shout out to Clinton. Hey, Clinton, they don't even try to hide it no more, fam. They used to try to be slick and sly about it. They used to be trying to be slick and sly about it, right? They don't even try to hide it no more. Yeah, we finna make this nigga right here the champ. But hold on, how we gonna justify that? We ain't got to justify shit. The people that gonna roll with it. Make him the champ. Okay, 20 weeks. This what you gonna do now. Now, hold on now. They do the chair now. But just in case, we got a contingency plan. Just in case this chair don't realize he supposed to lose, I need you to find anytime you see a breaking action, just jump in there and stop the fight and get a fight to roll it. True. You know what I mean? Shit, you know, wait a minute. Hey, man, how am I gonna get around this? The nigga took a knee. Oh, but I supposed to take a point because he did get hit. I supposed to take a point. Nah, you ain't gonna take no point. Listen, what's the name of the referee? What's the name of the referee that refereed Lamont Roach and Tank Davis fight? What's the name of the referee who did that? What's his name? What's his name? Steve Willis. Steve Willis. That's Steve Willis, right? The dude, the cross-eyed, the cockeyed. What's the cockeyed referee name? The brother with the cockeye. It's his name Steve, right? Steve Willis. The one to be looking crazy. Yeah, Steve Willis, right? Yeah. Oh my God. Hey, Steve, listen, they had the earpiece. They had the earpiece of Steve Willis ear. When he took the goddamn knee, he got the call from Booker Ray. I'm staying. I can't talk right now, Booker Ray. I'm in the ring. Man, take a knee. I know, Steve, I know. Just don't do anything. Don't overreact. Yeah, man, but I was supposed to take it. If Lamont Roach would have did that, yeah, if Lamont Roach would have did it, you're supposed to took a point. That's what you're supposed to do, Steve. But goddamn, what you want me to do? Don't do anything. Wait a minute. Oh, so what the fuck is Tank doing? What is he doing? Wait a minute, man. He's sticking his head through the ropes. He calling Calvin. Man, if Calvin get up there and wipe his face, that's automatic disqualification. Steve, goddamn it, you better not do it. I got the pictures. I want to release them to the feds. True. Next thing you know, Steve act like he don't know what's going on. Man, look here, man. Now, you know you can't be doing that, man. You can't be doing that. You're making it too obvious, it sticks. You're making it too obvious. Yeah, don't worry about it, baby boy. I got you. I ain't gonna let it happen again. Come on now. We can't act like because there's a nigga that we like that we ain't see what we saw. Yeah, I ain't forgot about that neither. So we know there's illegal activity going on in boxing. From the promoters to the promotional companies to the valet to the judges and referees, everybody in between, even the goddamn ring girls. True. Even the goddamn ring girls. You know what I mean? She's selling Cuda Cat. She just busted wide open. She just busted wide open for one of the judges. Yeah, ooh, Lord have mercy. I got some good green girls over here. And I'm telling you, boy, they will ride you like a horse. I'm telling you. I tell you what, kid. If you do a solid, right here. It'd be unfortunate if something was to happen to your legs, but I tell you what, kid, we need you to do us a solid on this one. I promise you. Like, look what's going on with JoJo Diaz right now. JoJo Diaz, he just fighting. JoJo Diaz he just getting whipped by all the young jitter boys now. JoJo just there to get the check. Yeah, JoJo, look, Kid Austin, he's the one that we're trying to build up right now. So I tell you what, just go in there, give him a good little roughing up, but at the end you're gonna lose, okay? Just make sure you're gonna lose, because JoJo Diaz is a certified, is a professional gatekeeper at this point. So Oscar De La Hoya can miss me with all that virtue signaling. I'm trying to protect the fighters and what you're doing to the fighters. You don't give a fuck about no fighters. You got your money. The Muhammad Ali Act. Y'all done been subverted the Muhammad Ali Act. Heyman did that. Heyman did that with PBC. Heyman did that being a manager and an advisor. I'm a manager and I'm an advisor. And guess what, baby boy? Now, I can't be your advisor and a promoter. But what I want you to do, I want you to use my lawyers. Okay, Al. You're going to lose my attorneys, my accountants. Okay, Al. You're going to start your independent promotion of the company. Okay, Al. But all your fights going to be promoted by Tom Brown. Okay, Al. And I'm going to give you a down payment on your paper, and you're going to get the rest on the back end. Okay, Al. True. They been got around the Muhammad Ali Act. Heyman did that 10 years ago. So we're not going to sit here and act like we don't know what's going on. Anyways, before we get into the show, we got to say all praises due to Al.
Well, I guess I got to be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name,
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is, fam. It is what it is. I had somebody hit me up, right? This is a true story. I had somebody hit me up the other day, because they were like, he's a big Steve, not Steve Kim. He's a big Rick Glazier fan. He said, man, coach, you ain't had Rick Glazier on the show in a while, man. What's going on? You and Rick on bad terms? I say, no, not that I know of. I ain't got no issues with Rick, but ever since Rick been over there with Golden Boy. See, Rick is knee deep with Golden Boy. So by him being knee deep with Golden Boy, it's kind of like a conflict. Like, okay, Golden Boy buttering his biscuits. So, he come over here, he like, well, I don't want to open myself up to anything that he may ask me. So, I'm not going over there anymore. So that's why Rick Glazier ain't been over here. Rick Glazier's in bed with Golden Boy. That's just the truth. Because I got questions I want to ask him, but it is what it is. So I'm just calling a spade, fam. It ain't no beef. It just, right now, Golden Boy buttering his biscuit. Coming over here, he don't come over here no more for whatever reason. I don't know. Now he told me, he like, yeah, man, cause I called him 2 times. He was like, yeah, what you got going on? You got anybody coming on the show? I said, yeah, remember one day I told y'all I was going to have him on here, and he just ghosted me. He didn't even show up. He just ghosted me. Then he called me 2 days later and said, yeah, you forgot. I was supposed to been on your show Monday. I said, I sent you a link. He said, no, you didn't. I say, look, at 2:50 something p.m. Monday, I sent you a link right here. I took a screenshot of it and sent it to him. I say, check your text message. Oh, well, if you said, then he said, first he said I didn't send it. Then he said, well, if you didn't send it, I must have didn't get it. Which one is? You didn't get it or I didn't send it? So, I didn't trip on it. I was like, okay, cool, I see what it is. Because you got to understand, Coach Malachi rub a lot of people the wrong way. And I ain't got no friends in this shit. I'm telling you. Ain't no friends in boxing. Ain't nobody in boxing friends. I'm telling you that right now. I'm saying when it comes to like promoters, matchmakers, stuff like that, like relationships that you may have today, that's cool, can turn south tomorrow. Always remember that. The motherfucker that's all right with you today, y'all may not be all right tomorrow. But that's in life. That's in anything. So don't never get too attached to anybody. Did you get what I'm saying? Remember that. Yeah. So anyway, so that's it with that. But let's give a shout out to the Facebooks.
Hey, yeah. Oh, that look good.
Hey, shout out to that 90 chick. 90 chick, what's going on? Hey, shout out to Flex, what's going on, fam? I told her, like, yeah, we can't see that nigga down there. That we can't control that nigga there, man. But I'm good at what I do. Shout out to Donovan. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy. Super chat received.
Hey, he say if Rolly win another title, he might end up on the pound for pound list. Man, hey, you know what? He might. The criteria is so low right now. Donovan, the criteria is so low right now. It don't take much now. It don't take nothing now. Things don't change. Shout out to Flex. Shout out to Bishop Bullwinkle. Shout out to Summer in November, man. Shout out to Mika Lovem. Shout out to Dark Kent. Dark Kent, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Jamie. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy. He said Big Rolo, 2-time world champ. Put some respect on his name. He said future Hall of Famer Rolo became a champ before Vergil Ortiz. You can't make this up. True. Bro, you heard what he said? Rolly Romero became a champ before Vergil Ortiz. How is that?
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. I'll drill y'all. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
So when y'all be coming over here bragging about these Golden Boy fighters, because I remember I was going at niggas in chat about Golden Boy. I said, man, Golden Boy, that's the witness protection program. They be protecting niggas over there at the Golden Boy. Y'all telling me all these Superman stories about Vergil Ortiz. This man hasn't fought anybody for a title. He's been, if I am to believe what Eric Gomez said, how they was able to strategically maneuver Saul Canelo Alvarez, and apparently Canelo was still following that same blueprint. Now, every time he step outside the box of what he's supposed to do, goddamn it, he get beat. Lara, a lot of people say Lara beat him. Floyd Mayweather, we saw what Floyd did. One judge said he had it even. I don't know what the fuck. So we know he got paid a yellow envelope. Then he moved up to fight doggone Dimitri Bivol. I remember when that fight was made, I'm hearing all these Canelo fans, the center boy, yeah, nigga, Canelo. Yeah, Canelo gonna do this and that. I'm like, man, no, I say, no, man. This the wrong fight for him. Dimitri Bivol a motherfucker. I remember watching Dimitri Bivol on HBO when he used to fight on Sergey Kovalev undercards and Andre Ward undercards. No, this ain't the guy. Then when he beat him, oh man, but that's okay. He dared to be great. And he definitely didn't want to fight Crawford. We know that. He had said, I ain't thinking about it. He didn't want to fight him. Turned out she had to pay the motherfucker $100 million. And Crawford got paid 50. Get you 100, man. Just fight this nigga, man. You know, it should be easy for you, dog. It should be easy for you. He from all, he's skinny, and whatever. Just fight him, dog. I know he didn't want to fight him. Now we know why he didn't want to fight him. But let's hear what Eric Gomez had to say. Let's hear what Eric Gomez got to say. Let's go here. I want y'all to listen to this very carefully. Now, this is the 3 Knockdown Rule podcast. This is just some of the stuff that Steve, this is a snippet from it, right? But he said it was no surprise that there was no surprise to Eric Gomez that Crawford beats Canelo. From this week podcast, yada, yada, yada. Click on Linktree to hear.
Is it safe to say you were not stunned by what happened when he faced Canelo?
No, I picked him to win. I picked him to win. And
now, did y'all hear that? Then this guy's Mexican. He picked the black fighter to be the Mexican fighter. So we dispelled that myth of they stay on code, they own. It's not true. Let's see it again.
Is it safe to say you were not stunned by what happened when he faced Canelo?
No, I picked him to win. I picked him to win, and that's the style that we avoided. The 12 years that we had Canelo, we avoided that style. The only reason the Lara fight got done was because Canelo insisted on it. But even Austin Trout gave him problems. Lara gave him problems. That's a style that we avoided. Mayweather did. And I felt that it was going to be a very similar fight to the Mayweather fight. I felt that Crawford was going to win a decision. I didn't think it was going to be that lopsided. I thought it was going to be a lot closer, but I felt that Crawford was going to beat him in a decision.
Now, did you hear what he said? He said, I didn't think it was going to be that lopsided. I thought it'd be a little closer. So he's even acknowledging that the Tim Cheatham and what the other judge's name? Tim Cheatham and DeLuca, they had it. It was even after the 10th round. No, it wasn't. Remember, Canelo was up 2-1. I told Bud, listen, I promise you, bro, I'm gonna try to get Bud on this show. On just be a phone call or something like that. I told him, I say, look, fam, I seriously, this in the beginning. Because I had to be honest with him. I said, man, I don't know if you're going to beat no Canelo in Vegas, because I don't see you knocking him out. But 12 rounds, because Canelo, because y'all don't understand how Vegas works. When you the fighter that's the biggest draw, like a Canelo, and you fighting in Vegas, there's certain perks that come with that. Like you already going to be up a couple of rounds, you're going to be up 2 rounds just walking to the locker room, getting your hands wrapped. Like that's why they say you gotta beat the champion. That's where our old saying came from. You gotta beat the champion. You gotta beat the champion in order to take the belt. When you fight the champion, you just can't be, I'm gonna just go 12 rounds and try to play it safe and seeking out outpoint them and win these close rounds. See, that's what happened with Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach, he did get robbed, but it was a close fight. So anytime there's a close fight like that, the champ gonna always get the benefit of the doubt over you, even if you win. Even if there should have been scored a knockdown and the fight should have been stopped. But they ain't gonna score no knockdown against Tank when he's the house fighter, and then stop the fight when he's the house fighter, we disqualify him. Now, if you would have did it, that's different. But he the house fighter, that ain't gonna happen. So the house fighter is always going to get perks. And if they scored a draw against a house fighter, the house fighter really lost. If they made it a draw, he really lost by 2 rounds. But the 2 rounds they gave him before he stepped in the ring, that's what it was like, man, you know what, man? This dude beat him so thoroughly, but goddamn, we just gotta try to, just say it's a draw. You get what I'm saying? That's how they do it. So, anyways, it is what it is. Let's see that part one more time.
Is it safe to say you were not stunned by what happened when he faced Canelo?
No, I picked him to win. I picked him to win, and that's the style that we avoided. The 12 years that we had Canelo, we avoided that style. The only reason the Lara fight got done was because Canelo insisted on it. But even Austin Trout gave him problems. Lara gave him problems. That's a style that we avoided. Mayweather did. And I felt that it was going to be a very similar fight to the Mayweather fight. I felt that Crawford was going to win a decision. I didn't think it was going to be that lopsided. I thought it was going to be a lot closer, but I felt that Crawford was going to beat him in a decision.
You get what I'm saying? So he telling you, yeah, man, we cherry pick certain styles for him. Yeah, man, look at baby boy. Because a fighter who can fight, a fighter who's very adaptable and can fight different styles, don't nobody want to fight that fighter. This nigga adaptable, fight many different styles. Shit. We got to keep him away from that nigga who really fought them top fights and is adaptable and fight really different styles. So you start hearing hit pieces about him. Oh, man, his style, he boring. Wow, he knocking everybody out. Oh, man, he ain't fought nobody. Okay, what you mean he ain't fought nobody? He did fight somebody. Yeah, man, he got a weak resume. Okay, I see they starting this merchification campaign. Yeah, oh man, he too black. Okay, all right. Yeah, oh man, yeah, he ain't good. He don't know how to talk. He ain't good at interviews. Okay. You know what? I can build a mansion in Beverly Hills for all the money I lost on this fighter. Okay. You start hearing all of that. When they started the smurchification campaign, and you hear all the YouTube channels and all the media outlets and your own promoter saying this stuff, that's the hit piece that's out on you. I do this media shit, I know. And the media is very, very powerful in controlling the minds of the people because the people are very, very sheep. It's very easy. It's very easy to brainwash the people. Very easy. I hear a lot of shit motherfuckers be saying online. I'm like, they regurgitate what this nigga say, who they subscribe to. And that's what happens. I know where that's coming from. Oh, this came from him, so he said it, and then it passed it down to him, and then he saying it, then everybody taking their cues from him. Now 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 channels saying the exact same message. Oh, that's the same shit they do in the media. They do it with CNN, MSDNC, Fox, ABC, CBS, NBC. They do that. They're getting the same script. This is what I want you to say. And they say it. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm telling you what I know. I'm in this shit. I know what they do. Shout out to OBW Stretch.
Hey, okay.
Drop that $2 super chat. He say, no, this gotta be AI, coach, please. Oh, AI? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's AI. Yeah, this AI. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all, matter of fact, hold on. No, I can promise you, brother, this ain't AI. What you talking about, Allen Iverson?
Is it safe to say you were not stunned by what happened when he faced Canelo?
No, I picked him to win. I picked him to win, and that's a style that we avoided. The 12 years that we had Canelo, we avoided that style. The only reason the Lara fight got done was because Canelo insisted on it. But even Austin Trout gave him problems. Lara gave him problems. That's a style that we avoided. Mayweather did. And I felt that it was going to be a very similar fight to the Mayweather fight. I felt that Crawford was going to win a decision. I didn't think it was going to be that lopsided. I thought it was going to be a lot closer, but I felt that Crawford was going to beat him in a decision.
Yeah, so this goes on like okay, now see this is why I look at boxing totally different. I told y'all that, I think at some point in time during my podcast journey in boxing, I said, you know what, I came to the conclusion that I'm emotionally detaching away from the sport. Because I realize what it is. Now that I'm in it and I'm doing it, I realize what it is. Oh man, this shit, what I was telling you, I said, this shit like WWE. You guys remember, I've been telling y'all that for about 2-3 years now. I said, man, this shit finna be just like WWE, dog. It's already, you get what I'm saying? And you see it with the top name, like the guys who, the popular fighters. You got the popular fighters, the popular media outlets, and that all of them work together, some way, form, or fashion. I'm on the outside looking in. I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, okay. All right. Oh, so that's what he doing, huh? All right. Okay, I know where he coming from. Oh, what? That's what he doing over there? Okay. Oh, that's what he doing. Okay, damn, that's what he doing. Oh, all right, now, damn, okay. All I'm saying like the same thing. Damn, all I'm saying the same thing. Okay, shit. And see what they try to do? Like if you're not saying the same message, then you will have like certain people or, I don't know. I would say, because some of these guys, they don't want to be the outside guy. They don't want to be the guy that's going against the grain because it's not the popular thing to do. And sometimes the popular message can help you get more subscribers and stuff like that and yada, 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 popular message. Again, like I said, I piss everybody off. So I don't give a damn about, the popular message, so to speak, because I know my thing is I do my best to let everybody know this channel is not for everybody. My channel ain't for everybody. Y'all know that I've been saying that for you, man. This channel ain't for everybody, dog. You might want to unsubscribe over here, dog. This might not be for you. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to do what everybody else do. I'm not going to go along to get along. I'm not going to say certain things for clicks and views. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk shit to whoever I'm going to talk shit to. I don't give a fuck about their press credentials. What I mean by that is, I'm not saying I won't apply for a press credential, but I'm saying I'm not going to kiss ass to get it. That's what I mean by not giving a fuck. I'll apply for it, but I'm not going to kiss your ass to get it. Hold on. That's what I mean by that. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? If I got to do that, then fuck it. Because I'm the star over here. You the star at Golden Boy, you the star at PBC, you the star at Matchroom, you the star at Top Rank, whatever. But I'm the star over here. You dig? Shout out to OBW Stretch. He said us Nello fans ain't catch a break since. Hey, man, look, man, listen. What you got to do, fam, you just got to accept it for what it is. You know, it is what it is. This is what Eric Gomez say. And then if you go back and look at it, that's pretty much how it works, to be honest. You know, you got to know what your fighter's strength and weaknesses is. What styles give him problems, what styles don't give him problems. So now when you look at boxing through the eyes of that. Look at boxing through the prism of that. Styles make fights. Don't get caught up in that flashy shit. Nigga knocked out Rainbow Bright. He knocked out the Munchie Cheese. He beat doggone the Powerpuff Girls. He knocked out Snarf from the Thundercats, Mojo Jojo, and he got a resume full of those. And he 37, 38, 39, and 0, 75 knockouts. And it's like, hold on, fam, but who is he knocking out? It don't matter who he knocked out. He knocked them out. It do matter. It matters. Because if you knocked out a bunch of spam sandwiches and you're saying that he'll beat this top tier apex predator, this other fighter, he keep using his name because he attaching his name to that guy. Yeah, he'll beat him. And then when I ask the question, he'll beat him based on what? What are you basing that on? Then you got to go back to who he beat. Well, he'll beat him because you saw what he did to Master Roshi. Did you see what he did to Krillin? Did you see what he did to Snarf? Did you see what he did to the Care Bears? Did you see what he did to the Powerpuff Girls? I'm like, yeah, but that ain't. But this dude here is an apex predator. He's not the Care Bears. He's not the Powerpuff Girls. The shit you did to them, you ain't gonna be able to do that to him. And then what they do, they get the YouTube channels, and then they get the mainstream media outlets to repeat that same thing. Then they influence the sheep. Then the sheep go to mimicking what the influencers are telling them. And then, why this dude, he finna fight another Snarf from the Thundercats. One dude over here doing jumping jacks. Like, my nigga, I'm right here. What's happening? Nigga, I'm in your division. I got the IBL belt. What's up? I'm here. I'm ready. What's up? Nigga, we ain't paying no attention, but we gonna bring your name up though, but we ain't gonna fight you. Yeah, but back to what we were saying though, y'all look at us, this shit Barnum and Bailey, fam. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Anyways, let's go here a little bit. I don't know if y'all seen this, but check this out. FBI.
Over to FBI Director Kash Patel.
Again, I do not own the rights to this materials for education purposes only. If you guys don't know, FBI have just made a bust in the NBA. They brought up my main man, Chauncey Billups. They say he was gambling on underground poker. Terry Rozier, I think he's an active player for the Miami Heat. And then Damon Jones. Damon Jones played in the NBA. I think he's a coach or something of that sort now. I'm not sure, but.
Good morning. Today we are...
Now, this is relative to boxing. Watch what I tell you.
Here in New York to announce a historic arrest across a wide-sweeping criminal enterprise that envelops both the NBA and La Casa Nostra. The men and women up here standing with me represent a small portion of the leadership team that brought profound justice.
Now, this investigation has been going on for about 2 or 3 years. I think Joe Biden was the president at that time. It started then, about 2-3 years. So.
Justice in an era that needed it more than any. I'll just highlight some of the details in the case and the FBI work, and then you'll hear from the others. But as you now know, individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today. Former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra.
All right, okay. Wait, let's go.
Include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese crime families. And you'll hear more about those details today.
Those same 4 crime families are in boxing. So, like to me, this is a nothing burger. Because I remember when the referee, what's the name? Donahue got busted. I forgot his name. What the referee name? The NBA, he got busted. You know, this one they had what the Adam Silver was the commissioner. Adam Silver was the commissioner, and Adam Silver was like, yeah, you know, this was an isolated incident. Let me see the dude name. His name was Tim Donahue. I found Tim Donahue. He was betting on games and all that stuff there. Yeah, this been going on, fam. You think this don't go on in boxing? To Adam Silver, what was the dude? David Stern. That's his name. David Stern. Good looking out. Adam Silver's the current guy. David Stern said that this was an isolated incident. The referee, he was the only one that was doing it. They had that investigation shut down real quick. All this shit fixed. From football, when you be seeing these, like the fans know, goddamn well, the referee just threw a flag out of nowhere. Your team just threw a touchdown for 20 yards. 20 yards, clean, everything good. Everything was blocked up good. Holding on such and such. Number 5. He was holding. You look at it, the man wasn't even holding, fam. Yeah, he was holding, man. The interpretation of the referee. We got to bring it back. We got to bring it back. Come on, fam. We know what it is. You know what's going on with the judges. They don't even show the judges' faces in boxing. They don't even show the judges' face in boxing, fam. They don't even show the judges' faces. You don't even really see them like that. You don't get a chance to interview the judge. Do you notice out of all these YouTube channels and media outlets that's out there in boxing, you get the interview. It's 2 people it's 2 people you ain't gonna interview. I'm not saying, you might not catch one every now and then, but it's 2 people, it's 2 groups of people you never gonna get an interview with. 3 groups of people. It's 3 groups of people you never gonna get an interview with in boxing. The matchmaker, the referee, or the judge, or the judges. It's 3 mofos in boxing that you're never going to see. You ain't going to see them really get on no Boxing Boys. You ain't going to see them come on True Media Podcast. You ain't going to see them do any of that. Listen, it's 3 groups of people that you would hardly ever see in life get an interview in the media. That's the referee, the matchmaker, and the judges. True. Oh, yeah, somebody said in Al Heyman. Definitely Al Heyman. You can interview Bob Arum. He old as Methuselah. Bob was in the money. Bob was matchmaking. Bob was in boxing when Judas betrayed Jesus. Bob was one of the original promoters when David fought Goliath. You can interview Bob. You can interview Oscar De La Hoya. I mean, I can't interview him. I'm not, they don't really fuck with me like that. I don't give a fuck about them anyways, but you know what I mean? I'm not one of the hand-picked Negroes. That's fine. But anyway, you get what I'm saying? Different strokes for different folks. But you can interview Oscar. You can see him out in public. You can interview edited Hitman Hearns. You can see him out in public. I mean, they don't fuck with me, but it is what it is. I ain't tripping. Ain't no love lost nowhere over here. I'm from West Tampa, baby. You did? But you ain't gonna see Al. You ain't gonna get an interview with Al Heyman. You're not gonna get an interview with the matchmakers. You're not gonna get an interview with the referees, and you're not gonna get. Now you might get an interview with a retired referee. If he retired, yeah, you probably catch him then. But you ain't gonna get an interview with the judges. True. Hey, shout out to Stephanie for sure. Yeah, Yeah. Hey, that's the truth, bro. I'm telling what God love. I'm telling what God. See, listen, I'm here to tell y'all the truth today. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I'm here to tell y'all the truth today. I'm not here to sugarcoat this shit. You get what I'm saying? I ain't got no friends in this shit, dog. I'm telling I ain't got no friends. Nobody. It's me solo dolo. I'm telling y'all how this shit go down. That's why Marvin Hagler say the only way you can guarantee a victory in boxing is by knockout. You got to knock that motherfucker out. Unless somebody come and holler at you before the fight. Look here, baby boy, check this out. You gonna lose this fight tonight. What you mean I'm gonna lose this fight tonight? No, I'm finna beat the brakes off this dude. Look here, baby boy. It's a nice house right here. Your kids go to Somerville Elementary? Yeah. It's a nice picture of your kids. Your wife, they're dropping them off to school, huh? Yeah, well, how you got a picture of my wife and kid? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, this is a nice bedroom. You got pictures of inside my house? Yeah, Lord have mercy. Nice little bedroom. That's where the kiddies sleep at, huh? Yeah, and your wife was looked like she was watching this in the kitchen. Yeah, what's up, man? Why you showing me that? Yeah, like I was saying though, you gonna need you to lose this fight tonight. So just do that. That's one way. Or another way, you got a promoter. He know that, you know what, from a stylistic standpoint, this fighter right here who I really don't like, but I got him signed, he gonna whoop everything I got over here. Now this other guy, he's my top guy. I can't match this nigga up with that guy because he gonna diss rag him. So I can control him a little bit. I'm not gonna let you get that fight. Check this out. I'm finna tell y'all some real shit. When Terence Crawford moved up from 140 pounds to 147, the WBO welterweight champion at that time was Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, the living legend. I'm finna lay it all out for y'all. Manny Pacquiao, the living legend, had to travel to Australia to fight a nobody by the name of Jeff Horn. Nobody knew who this motherfucker was. Nobody knew who this motherfucker was. I ain't never heard of Jeff Horn before in my life. How come a A-side fighter like a Manny Pacquiao has to travel all the way across the world to fight a goddamn Jeff Horn in his backyard? A school teacher and part-time boxer. Manny Pacquiao go over there. Not Floyd Mayweather. Terence Crawford had won undisputed and was moving up and had done officially made his announcement to move up to welterweight. He was promised the Manny Pacquiao fight by his own promoter. I got this from the horse's mouth. Guess what happened? Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao, and guess who was the new WBO champion? Jeff Horn. So Crawford, when he moved up, he fought Jeff Horn. Beat him and took his belt. But he still wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao. Between Freddie Roach and Bob, they kept that fight from him. Then he was supposed to fight Errol Spence while he was over there. It went top rank. The wrong side of the street was bullshit because Tyson Fury was with Top Rank and Deontay Wilder was with PBC, and they had 3 fights. All while Wilder was with the PBC and while Tyson Fury was with Top Rank. So don't tell me about wrong side of the street. Okay, how that fight got made? Spence was PBC. Wilder was PBC. Tyson Fury was top ranked. Crawford was top ranked. How come Spence and Crawford wrong side of the street, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder right side of the street? I don't have any proof of this, but this is probably why Manny Pacquiao, because Manny Pacquiao ended up leaving dog on top rank like everybody else leave, and he ended up giving the PBC. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all the truth. I ain't telling y'all the narrative. I'm telling y'all this what happened. And then the promoter was writing, had different media outlets under his thumb, and between Bob and then PBC, they was writing hit pieces out on the media outlets. I ain't saying they was writing it personally, but I'm saying the media outlets that they control was putting out hit pieces against this one guy, which persuaded the perception in the minds of the people. Jamel Charlo said it. Look, his own promoter talking about him. You ain't never heard no promoter come out live on TV and talk bad about his number one fighter that he got signed. Undressed the man and tore him down. That's like a NBA. That's like that's like the Lakers coming out tearing down LeBron James, or God rest God bless the dead Kobe Bryant, him and his lovely daughter, or the Chicago Bulls, the owner of the Bulls coming out tearing down Jordan. They never would have done that. Bob Bam did it with Floyd Mayweather. He did the same thing he did to Crawford. He did it to Floyd Mayweather. How soon y'all forget? Floyd couldn't sell. Floyd wasn't a draw. Well, he couldn't sell pay-per-views. He wasn't a draw on pay-per-view. That is true. I don't know if they were suppressing the numbers or not, but that's what was out there. Floyd was trying to fight Oscar De La Hoya for ages. Wouldn't make that fight happen. Bob. So the motherfuckers who you sign to sometimes is they'll only let you get so far. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to let you nibble a little bit on that deal. But I ain't going to let you get the whole hog now. You can get a pig foot. You can get a pork chop. You can get a whole kid cheese sandwich. But I can't give you the entire hog. True. He said, yeah, but boy was getting paid $4 million guaranteed a fight. Yeah, that's cool. But see, y'all misinterpret. See, but you don't understand why he was getting that. See, yeah, Bud was the highest paid welterweight. He was getting, $3.5, $4 million, $5, $6 million guaranteed. He was getting that. But that don't mean Bob Bam loved him. He gave him that because he wasn't able to deliver on his promise. See, that's what y'all fail to realize. He told his man, I'm gonna get you the Pacquiao fight. I'm gonna get you the Errol Spence fight. So since he lied about delivering that, he had to pay him. That's what that was all about. It wasn't no, yeah, I loves you, dog. So I'm gonna make sure you straight. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, Flex? You get what I'm saying, Flex? So you got to take that into consideration. Just because they pay don't mean they love you. It's a backstory. It's a backstory behind that. You get what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so that's how this shit go. Now look at Errol Spence. Errol Spence can't get a fight, but Errol Spence ain't fought since he fought Crawford 2 years ago. Spence like, look, man, I ain't fighting for the low. Spence want to get paid. Spence want 10 million, 5 million. Charlo want 5 million, 10 million, whatever, when they come back on their next fight. The money ain't there. Today's price ain't yesterday's price. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. And I kind of feel Jamel Charlo and Errol Spence. Because they're like, dude, I made 25 mil fighting Crawford. Crawford made that too. Jamel like, I made 10 fighting Canelo. Now, but that particular fight was in high demand. And then the Charlo and Canelo fight, that was one of the fights that Canelo had going to the PBC. He had a 3-fight deal over there. Listen. He had a 3-fight deal. Listen, he had a 3-fight deal over there. Canelo fought Jamel Charlo. He fought Jaime Munguia, which is the Golden Boy fighter. Oscar De La Hoya, his arch enemy, who he can't stand, but yet he fought a Golden Boy fighter, and then he fought the Puerto Rican assassin Edgar Berlanga. So Canelo been pretty much on easy street. So when I look at what Eric Gomez said Eric Gomez says right here.
Is it safe to say you were not stunned by what happened when he faced Canelo?
No, I picked him to win. I picked him to win, and that's the style that we avoided. The 12 years that we had Canelo, we avoided that style. The only reason the Lara fight got done was because Canelo insisted on it. But even Austin Trout gave him problems. Lara gave him problems. That's a style that we avoided. Mayweather did. And I felt that it was going to be a very similar fight to the Mayweather fight. I felt that Crawford was going to win a decision. I didn't think it was going to be that lopsided. I thought it was going to be a lot closer, but I felt that Crawford was going to beat him in a decision.
So listen, matchmaking, that's it. I be telling y'all like, bro, listen, with no YouTube channel saying this shit that I'm saying. I've been doing this shit almost 5 years. These niggas weren't saying this shit. When I came on the scene, all of your major YouTube channels was pro-PBC YouTube channels. They were PBC propaganda pieces. Every last one of the big ones, every last one of them, they were PBC propaganda pieces. Because they were getting the press credentials, and they was interviewing the Charlos. They was able to interview Wilder. They was able to interview Spence. They had access to all of the PBC fighters. When I came on the scene, that's what was going on. Some of those same channels have switched it up now. Some of them. They still holding on to the fighters who they still hated because they can't undo that. Those videos are still out there on their channels. I may do a show on it one day to show you the real from the fake. I've been thinking about it, but I say I'm gonna rub a whole lot of people the wrong. I'm gonna rub a whole lot of people the wrong way when I do it though. But I really don't give a damn. But yeah, I'm gonna do a show on it one day. I'm just saying what was here when I came on the scene. Do you get what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But I'm gonna drop these phone lines. What do y'all think about what Eric Gomez had to say? Do you think that let me see. Shout out to OBW Stretch. Hey, okay. Dropping out $2 super chat. He say this shit like finding out your homie DL. He said, God damn. Hold on, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. He said it's like finding out your homie DL. I'm like, bro, like, come on, fam.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Oh, bro, like this, if you listen, I showed y'all the NBA thing with the FBI to say this. Okay, if y'all investigating the NBA for doing what's been going on before I was even born, boxing is worse than that. Whatever you think of the NBA, whatever you think of the NFL, boxing is 10 times worse. And this shit been going on before the NBA and the NFL been in existence. Whatever you think of, the FBI, they got Gilbert Arenas and Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones and Rozier, they got him in the steam for doing illegal gambling. What you think could happen if the FBI investigated Oscar De La Hoya? What they'll find? What you think what they'll find if they investigated Bob M. or Al Heyman or Eddie Hearn? What they'll find? What you think? Well, we also bringing charges up on the Bonanno mob family, the Genovese and all the other ones and all that stuff there. Well, you know the Bonanno, the 4 mob families, you do know they are in Vegas and boxing, right? You do know that they are involved in boxing, right? What the FBI director name, what his name? Cash Patel. You do know they're in boxing, right? Yeah, come on, fam. We even play these crackhead games.
True.
Yeah, man, phone lines.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Hey, what to say, Jamie? He say Don King must be snitching. No, Don King was the scapegoat. Now, I ain't saying Don King was no innocent guy. I mean, Don King was brought up on charges quite a few times. He beat the feds every time. Those are the facts. Don King was the feds came at him quite a few times. Don King beat him every time. Don beat the feds, the IRS. Don was the scapegoat. Don was the one that never should have made Don. Like, God damn, this nigga figured it out. Don was the scapegoat. What do you think Don King learned it from? Don the bad guy. Because he was the flamboyant, he talked loud, this and that. You know, like shit. You get what I'm saying? Don was the scapegoat. What, you think everybody else was angels? Oh, Don was just the bad guy, but Bob Bam was the good guy. Don was the bad guy, but Duval and Muhammad and all those other guys, oh, they were the good guys. Don was the old evil motherfucker from Cleveland, Ohio. He was the only crook in boxing. Everybody else was good. I was the only crooks. Yeah, right. Nigga, please. Hey, man, it is what it is, fam. Hey, shout out to Daniel. What to say? He said Benavidez also has a great gas tank. Oh, you talking about the fight? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What did he say? Don just brought more attention to himself. That's all. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? You know, Don King, my favorite promoter of all time, bro. Don King, my favorite promoter of all time. Facts. He my favorite promoter. Was he a crook? Yeah, but no, I believe so. I believe he was. But that's neither here nor there. I like the Don because I like his style. I like his charisma. I liked his I like how Don handled the media. Don used to, Don was able to control the media a lot. Don was, you know what I mean? I like Don. Don had the gift of gab. Don was brought up on charges by the feds, and he beat the feds. No, they said the feds had a 98% conviction rate. Guess what? They couldn't convict Don.
True.
They couldn't convict Don. I'm talking about the feds. Now, the state time when he was in the street, yeah, he went to prison and all that stuff there. I think he went to prison twice in the state, but I'm talking about the feds. Yeah, then when he got in boxing, this was before boxing when he used to run numbers. When he got in boxing, guess what? The feds don't miss. Guess what? They miss Don. hey, Miss Black Panther. Shit, nigga talk that shit, nigga. He say Don King had the ultimate haircut. They talk that shit, motherfucker. Don beat the feds. And guess what? Don beat the Fed. Don ain't snitch on nobody. Hey, I think I remember hearing the video. Carla, hold on. I think I remember hearing the video. I think one of the federal prosecutors, they said one of the worst mistakes they made. This is a long time ago. I got to try to find it and confirm it. They said one of the worst mistakes they made was letting Don King get on the stand. But Don King understand. They said that was one of the worst things they did. They put Don King on the stand. He said Don confused the jury. The jury didn't know. Hey, listen. Hey, the Don, they said the worst thing they did was put Don on the stand, bro. They gonna put Don on the stand. They gonna put shit. Man, listen, man, listen. You put Don King on the stand, it's over with. Don King would have been a master lawyer. If Don King was a lawyer, he wouldn't have lost no cases. None. I honestly believe that. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, Coach? This is Coach.
Coach,
what's going on, Coach?
You sound like you a long way. I don't know if you got more speakerphone or Bluetooth. You sound like you far away.
Do I sound any better now?
Sound a whole lot better.
Okay. Let me go ahead and jump this off on this duck, man. I want everybody to go ahead and type Blue Andrade in the chat. I know that's what y'all gonna say right now. As soon as I spill this can of worms, I've been saying this the whole time.
Yeah.
They ain't want to believe Coach Eddie.
You have.
You know what I'm saying? I've been saying I've been consistent.
That's true.
It was only one guy at Golden Boy at that time who Canelo has not fought that had that style, that quote unquote style that they didn't like. He had already fought Trout. He had already fought Lara. It was one guy that he consistently ducked from 154, 160, and 168. They offered the man $40 million to fight him. Mm-hmm. He turned it down. They got all security guards on this man, had this man thrown out of a press conference because he was asking for a fight.
Mm-hmm.
He consistently ducked that style. I've been consistently saying this, man.
That's true. You've been saying it.
Consistently saying it.
Nice.
He can't beat that style. No matter what you feel about Doodoo Andrade, he got beat up by David Benavidez. Guess what? David Benavidez beat everybody up. But that ain't no shame to lose to David Benavidez. Last time I checked, he been steamrolling people. But it is what it is. Canelo and Crawford just went in there and just further exposed the truth. Beat him easy, man. 10 rounds to 2, 9-3 if you want to be generous. I mean, so at the end of the day, and everything you even said, even with the gambling, the cheating in boxing. You remember when William Skull said that Turkey Al-Sheikh came in the locker room and told that man, don't mistreat Canelo. I believe it. You remember?
Yeah, I remember. He did say that. He did say that now. He did. No, he told him, now, hold on. I don't know how they say. He said, don't mistreat Canelo. Or, my friend, have you ever heard of the camel walk? William Skull, he's like, I don't know what the camel walk is. The camel walk is, we do this ritual over here in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, where we take, our, people who don't do what they're supposed to do, so to speak. We march them out in the middle of the desert, butt bookie naked, on the hump of a camel, and then we come back with the camel without that individual. Do you get my drift, my friend? Don't mistreat. Okay, no, that's what that's the other part you ain't say that I heard. I don't know how true it is. Sources say it. We'll just say that.
That's what it said. Sources say, and at the time you go back and watch that fight, it was like William Cole, like, man, this dude is too easy. He can't even touch me. Canelo cannot deal with anybody who use their leg. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Yeah, if you notice, all the Canelo fans be your silent because they can't. There's nothing they can say. It's like they've been exposed. It's like somebody pulled the curtain back. They're like, this guy who y'all thought was all that really ain't all that. Because like I say, and this ain't no shade on Crawford. But Crawford took that boy to school, man. He made it look easy, coach. 10 rounds to 2, cakewalk. It was a cakewalk. That's probably one of his easiest fights of his whole career. If you really, Gamboa was a harder fight for Crawford than that fight was.
Yeah, it was.
He schooled him, man. And people hate it. That's why the Canelo fans are so shook right now, because how easily he beat him.
So are you saying that? So you're not surprised at what Eric Gomez, who was the president of Golden Boy Promotions, who helped promote Canelo for the 12 years he was over there with Golden Boy. So are you saying that you're not surprised at what Eric Gomez finally revealed all these years?
No, not at all, because even Oscar De La Hoya was saying the same thing once he got rid of Canelo. He was like, look, we kept him away from certain fighters. They already knew that he can't deal with. They seen him get beat up in sparring by certain fighters. They already know, look, this dude right here, we got to goddamn do a campaign to discredit this guy. So let's call him a horrible fighter. Let's tell him he don't fight nobody, and then let's let his fan base weaponize him, and we gonna bury this dude. We gonna blackball him. He can't get a fight. We gonna kick him out the press conference. We gonna make him look bad. We gonna they did that dude dirty, man. I ain't saying that Andrade didn't make some bad business moves, but I still to this day I believe they would have fought. He would have beaten him. I believe you still beat him today.
But what about
Canelo can't handle that style?
But what about Al Hammond? The PBC kind of did him dirty as well. Do you feel? Because remember, he couldn't get no fights for any of those guys neither, whether it was Jamal Charlo or whatever. I do know that he pulled out of one fight. I think when he was over there one time. He was on that side of the fence one time, was he, or when that was? I'm trying to.
Yeah, no, he pulled out of the fight because he signed with Rock Nation. He was trying to get more money.
Oh, he signed with Rock Nation.
He signed with Rock Nation.
Yeah.
Yep, and then they promised him that Eddie Hearns got him over there. Now, Eddie Hearns, to his credit, he did try to get in them fights, man. He got in the ring with Triple G. Triple G shook the man's hand and then turned around and refused to fight the man. Eddie Hearns offered Canelo Alvarez his highest payday to that day was $40 million to get in there with Andrade. That fool turned it down. His highest payday he ever made, and he could have been undisputed champion. All he had to do was go collect the belt from a horrible fighter who fights with nobody. So man, actually, even Crawford himself said Canelo ducked. He said Canelo stayed away from Andrade. And Crawford said it in the interview. You know, Crawford and Andrade, they know each other very well. They good. I ain't saying they good fans, but they acquaintances. They know each other.
Yeah, they've been in the game at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, they know each other. So I ain't saying like I said, man. Go, man. The truth is coming out, man, and I'm not surprised. Canelo can't beat certain style of fighters, man, and it is what it is. I ain't saying that makes him a bad fighter. But
no, Canelo,
can't handle.
Yeah, Canelo. Canelo's a great. He's a great fighter. He's definitely a great fighter. It's just that Eric Gomez just came out and reiterated what you've been saying for years. It's just that when you said, people labeled you a hater, but Eric Gomez said the exact same thing. He said, "Look, man, we kept him away from certain styles because we knew those styles. He couldn't beat those type of styles because they know his strengths and weaknesses, and so he's just putting it out there. Now I know Eric Gomez is going to receive a lot of hate from Canelo fans because he's telling the truth, but if you look at how he was moved and stuff like that, this is what Eric Gomez is saying. Look, this is what we did for the 12 years. And what I was shocked about was that the fact that he said that we didn't want the Lara fight. He said the only reason we made the Lara fight was because Canelo insisted on fighting him. Canelo like, nah, I'm gonna fight Lara. They telling him not to fight Lara because of the style. And then he said that, we know how Canelo and Trout fight went. So we knew the styles that, So, I mean, you have a valid point. You have a valid point as relate to that. You have a valid point. You definitely have a valid point.
Okay. Exactly. Now, I'm going to wrap it up real quick with it. Even after those two fights, they fought Lara and they fought Trout. You think they can go anywhere near Andrade after those two fights? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But that's my call, Coach. Like I say, I'm glad the man spilled the beans. Even Morales came out and said in the interview, said black fighters been beating Mexican fighters for years. They said we can't deal with that style.
Yeah,
he got a lot of pushback for him.
Yeah, you're talking about the interview. Yeah, he was talking about like the black elite fighters when the black elite fighters fight the elite Mexican fighters. Yeah.
Yeah, he said we can't beat them. He said they've been beating us for years. He said we can't handle that. We can't handle that style. But this ain't something that we knew. IKTV been saying it for years. Everybody been saying, not everybody, but the people they call the race base been saying the same thing. But I mean, it is what you hear it from the horse's mouth. They said, look, we can't beat that style. It is what it is. So that's why he went on the European tour and got all them guys. That's my call, Coach.
All right, salute, fam. Eric Morales did an interview. As a matter of fact, I saw that. I saw like maybe a part of it, like 10 minutes of it or something of that sort. And it was an interview. I think it was Eric Morales. I forgot who all was on there. I think it was a few fighters that was on there. Shit. Yeah, was it just Eric Morales? Who was Eric Morales interviewing with though? Damn, it's been a minute since I saw. I forgot. I gotta try to find it. I gotta try to find it. But as it relates to what Eric Gomez said, just again, like the Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fight. Oscar De La Hoya was like, look, I don't want that fight. Ryan Garcia, that fight happened because of Ryan Garcia. Tank was like, okay, cool. Tank didn't really want to fight neither. So Tank said, you know what, I'm going to give him something that he going to turn down. And then I'm going to tell him, then I can say, look, he don't really want to fight. So Tank A-side him. You got to come in at a catch weight, and we're going to hit you with a rehydration clause. Now, we just knew that Ryan wasn't going to accept that. That's what Tank was saying. Then I remember the interview they did with Tank. Tank was like, yeah, man, Ryan just checked everything. Whatever I said, he just said yes. I was surprised. He just said yes. So then what Tank was saying. And then on top of that, Tank had a spy. Well, they say he had a spy in the camp. Because Ryan Garcia got hurt to the body by, and that happens all the time. Sparring partners always leak information about camps that they've been in and stuff like that, right? So he let Tank know, yeah, man, Ryan Garcia got a hurt rib. He got a hurt left rib. You know what I mean? A hurt rib, a hurt right rib. I hurt his ribs on the right side. And he had to leave training camp. He ain't been in. You know what I mean? Because I remember, check this out. I interviewed Joe Goosen. Shout out to Steve Kim. Steve Kim made that happen. I was in LA, right? I'm at Joe Goosen's gym. I interviewed, y'all go look that up. It's on my playlist. I interviewed Joe Goosen. This was right before the Ryan Garcia Tank Davis fight. It was a question I asked him. I said, if you wasn't Ryan Garcia, and you didn't train Ryan, he said, if I wasn't Ryan, he repeated me. Joe Goosen had his denim jeans, jacket, and pants on. I said, what would you tell, I forgot what I said. I think I said, what would you tell somebody, what would you tell somebody, how would you prepare to fight no, I said something, I forgot what I said, but I think I said something of the sort. What would you tell someone, I said, what bit of advice that you would give Ryan Garcia on what to do and what not to do once he gets in the ring with Tank Davis? And he said, well, I'm not Ryan Garcia, but he said something. He kind of like answered the question without answering the question, something of that sort. But I was hearing a lot of stuff that was going on at that time. Ryan wasn't coming to the gym. Ryan was training at his house. He started training at his house around that time. He wasn't coming in the gym training. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was a whole lot of information I found out. It was a whole lot of information I found out just being there. That's why I told y'all. But Ryan Garcia is the one that made that fight happen. Ryan wanted to get paid. Ryan, it was nothing in Ryan Garcia's mind where he believed he was going to beat Tank Davis. Not under those circumstances. Golden Boy, Oscar did not want that fight to happen. But apparently, Ryan Garcia has an attorney that I think they said he worked for PBC. Or he was more loyal to the PBC side because he got rid of close relationship with Al Heyman and those boys over at the PBC. But he's Ryan Garcia's attorney or something of that sort. So they were trying to say, I'll never forget, because Two Total Superstar was saying, yeah, man, they were scandalizing Joe Goosen's name. Yeah, man, Joe Goosen is the one that leaked the information about Ryan Garcia having hurt ribs. Man, they have no proof of that. He just said it. But from what I've learned, that information came from Ryan Garcia. I think that was his attorney. That was the guy. He the one that negotiated that deal for. I think that was his attorney. He was the one that leaked that information. He was the one that, you know what I mean. That's what I heard. Even though Joe Goosen do work over there with the PBC, he do work over there, do broadcasts and stuff like that. But from what I heard, it was that attorney. The attorney was the one that it was the one that did that. It was the attorney. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So that's what. But I remember going out there. That's why I was saying, man, like if you ain't out there, boots on the ground, going to some of these gyms and finding out what's going on, you really don't know. You really don't know because like me, I'm boots on the ground. I've been out there. I go to these different cities, been in these different gyms and shit like that. And so you get a whole different vibe or get a better feel of what's really going on versus somebody who just sit around shooting videos all day, making up lies and doing clickbait. It's a whole total different experience. You get what I'm saying? So I was at the where else we went at? Damn. That was Joe Goose interviewed Joe. And then as I told you guys before, like again, all you got to do this shit real easy, dog. It's not hard. To find out what's going on, just look at all of the top channels. Look at what they're talking about. Look at them. I promise you, 9 times out of 10, all along gonna be talking about damn near the same thing. I'm talking about when they're pushing certain narratives on certain fighters. They're gonna be sequenced talking about the same shit with certain fighters. You get what I'm saying? Because that's how that shit works. Got to make sure I'm still good over here with these over here. You get what I'm saying? I got to make sure that, because they got their hand-picked corporate niggas. And then some of these guys, they want to be the next Stephen A. Smith. They want to be the next, you know what I mean? So it's certain things that, and then some of them, they just, they locked in their positions. I'm going to continue to, meat ride, whatever, do what I normally do, hate on whoever, push whatever agenda, whatever I want to do because I got something personal against this guy. So some of this shit is just, some of these guys got something personal against a certain fighter. Whether it's a Tank Davis or whether it's a Devin Haney or whether it's a Terence Crawford or whether it's a Canelo Alvarez or whether, like some of these guys, they do have access to grind with some of these fighters that they don't like. Whether it's a Shakur Stevenson. Like it's some niggas you could just tell they got to axe the grind. The Fagnons got to axe the grind. Janitor Fardy's got to axe the grind. Hobiz got to axe the grind. Shigo got to axe the grind. And a couple of dudes that I'm all right with, they got access to grind. I just don't want to say their names right now. But I know what time gonna come when I'm about to say their name. Because they're gonna step out of pocket, then I'm gonna jump right back in pocket. I already know I'm expecting it. Trust me, I am. I'm expecting it. But you could tell that certain guys got to axe the grind. Even in the mainstream media, they got to axe the grind. You get what I'm saying? So when I talk to certain fighters, offline, on the phone, I tell them, look here, man, this what's going on with you. They got hit pieces out on you, baby boy. This guy, and that guy all saying the same shit on this level. And on the level above them, this guy, and that guy saying it. And this guy is connected to this fighter, so he said it, then it went from him to those guys, from those guys to these guys, and now everybody's saying the same shit. So this is what's going on. But this is how the mainstream media works. You get what I'm saying? This is what's going on. So it's certain fighters that I have to educate on this here, that I talk to on the phone. Yeah, this is what's going on, fam. Yeah, this how you combat that, though. This how you combat it. This is what you do right here. You get what I'm saying? Because it's all about okay, so I'm gonna say this. And I told you guys this before, right? This how this YouTube shit work. So YouTube works like this. So it depends on how you have your business structure set up. I told you, I got a mentor by the name of Roberto Blake, and he told me this. He said, listen, if you treat this shit like a business, you'll be successful. You treat it like a business, don't treat it like a hobby. Bam. So which changed my entire focus, right? So it made me go back and study and do a little bit more research. I understand, what works for this channel, what don't work for this channel, but then I also study other people's channels. I don't have to even look at their, I pretty much know what everybody making on YouTube. I got an app that pretty much tell me that. I pretty much know, the pay range. Okay, this is what these guys making once a month. I don't want to told you guys, to pay the, Google AdSense drop on the 21st of every month in America, between the 21st and the 26th. So this is how this shit works, right? So if this shit is about clicks and views, and if you got a fan base that you have programmed to like or dislike a certain fighter, when you start seeing consistent numbers on a certain subject matter on a particular fighter, whether it's for or against that fighter, your job as a content creator in this space is to create more topics and subject matters related to related to your bottom line. See, a lot of these guys, they want the subscribers, but the subscribers is not where the money is at. It's all about retention. The subscribers are not where the money is at. So what happens is, I think some of these videos, fam, when I say I done the research on this shit, I done the research on it. I got a whole spreadsheet I can show y'all right now. I got a PDF PowerPoint presentation I can show y'all right now. Literally, I got this shit down to a science. I know pretty much how much the Boxing Boys made to Blue Ball Sports TV, Showbiz making a lot of money. Fagnon, Shigo, I pretty much I got I'm talking about a ballpoint figure. Not saying I can guess it to the exact dollar, but I'm saying I got a ballpoint figure. You know what I mean? Because I got, and I told you I got an app. I got something on my phone that, you know what I mean? I track a lot of motherfuckers. That's how I know this was trending in this space. I ain't got to look and see what's trending on Google. This was trending on this space. This was trending on that space. Okay, I study thumbnails. Okay, this thumbnail right here got a lot of clicks. What was the subject matter about? Okay, what was they saying in the chat? That's why I like looking at the comment section. Because the comment section is the most valuable part of being a content creator. It's the comment section. The comment section tells you what your subject matter is going to be. It tells you how to word your title, and it'll help guide you on how to make your thumbnail. I'm the one that told y'all that over here. Wasn't nobody telling you that. I'm the one that told y'all that. You get what I'm saying? But listen, you know, bro, this shit right here. This shit right here is you know, it's a science to it. It's a science in this business, and it's really not that hard once you figure it out. It took me a couple of years to figure it out. I figured this shit out though. I'm like, oh, okay. This shit. You get what I'm saying? This shit like taking candy from a baby. But as it relates to now I'm talking about manipulation tactics and stuff like that in sport and in sports in general. But however, it's like as it relates to the corruption is, you know, the NBA ain't the only one that doing this. NBA, NFL doing it as well. Boxing, we ought to know what's up with boxing. Motherfuckers end up missing in boxing. They go to Vegas and you don't see them no more. You fuck around and piss off the wrong people. Yeah, we know how this shit works. But Eric Gomez, what y'all think about what Eric Gomez had to say though? Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
It's Kevin in West Atlanta. How's it going, Coach?
Atlanta, talk to me, brother.
Hey, just a brief question, Coach. So then, if knowing this information, does this mean, I don't mean the information you were just talking about. I always like when you talk about that particular topic, but I'm talking about Canelo's camp. Does that mean that this was effectively a cash out fight for Canelo? Because they had to have known that Crawford could beat them, because you knew, anybody listening to your show knew, I knew, we all knew. What is your opinion on that? No,
Canelo's he's not with Golden Boy anymore, but Canelo understands, you know, he's been in the game a long time. He just understands that, again, Canelo's a great fighter. I'm not taking anything away from him, but, you know, he understands stylistically what works for him and what doesn't work for him. So I wouldn't say it was a cash out fight, but his whole energy looked different in this press conference. Like, you can tell, like, he didn't really want this shit, because stylistically, like this Puto and Crawford, this guy's not he ain't Jaime Mugia. He's not Edgar Berlanga. He's not Caleb Plant. He's not Billy Joe Saunders. He's not any of those guys. He's you know what I mean? He's on the lines of a higher level. So he knew And it just had to be worth his while for him to fight that guy, so.
So then, yes, cash out, yes, then, because if he knew, he's not stupid. Him and his people aren't stupid. I mean, you tell me.
Okay, but when you say cash out, what do you mean? Are you saying that he just took the fight and laid down for the money, or what do you mean?
I wouldn't say laid down, but I wouldn't say laid down. That's a little strong. Yeah. What I mean is he knew he wasn't going to win, but $150 million was enough for him to take humiliation. That's what I mean when I say that. Because the idea of losing to a former lightweight that's kind of humiliating, at least in my opinion.
Yeah,
well,
I'm
he got done after that, Coach.
All right, salute, fam. So shout out to Kevin. Yeah, he didn't get 150 million. I mean, he got 100. From what I learned, he got 100 and Crawford got 50. But yeah, he didn't get 150 for no one fight. But I think he has a 4-year fight deal with them. So he got 2 more fights for Turkey, and he's done. So he'll probably finish those 2 fights next year. But he still got paid a lot of money. But yeah, he knew. Put it this way, he knew it was a high risk fight. Canelo didn't lay down. He didn't throw the fight. He fought. He did his best. He did his best. He damn so did, because he caught Crawford with a couple of shots. He caught Crawford with an uppercut that would have dropped Jaime Munguia, would have dropped Edgar Berlanga, would have dropped John Ryder, any of those other guys. He caught him with an uppercut. It wouldn't have dropped Triple G, but would have dropped any of those guys. And you talking about Crawford, the guy who they say is Shinny. He caught him flush with an uppercut, and then I think it was a left uppercut, and he caught him with a straight right. 2-punch combination. Bam, bam. Caught him good. Snapped Crawford's head back a little bit. The crowd kind of like, ooh, when he did it. And then Crawford backed up, looked at him a little bit, and then Crawford went right at him. He went right at him, and then he went right at him, and then he started throwing them combinations at Canelo. When he threw, he slipped, and he kind of started, you know what I mean? He went right at him right after that. So, he was trying to get him, but it's just that he knew, But as I said before, it's Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's going to get the benefit of the doubt. He was already up a couple of rounds before he stepped in the motherfucking ring. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I believe that wholeheartedly. Because I know what I saw, and I know what the judges had it. And what I saw, what the judges had don't line up with what I saw. So I knew. And I told him, I say, bro, look, I can show you these text messages that me and Bud was talking about throughout in the lead up to the fight. And Bud's so humble with it. Let me show you how humble he is. September the 14th. September the 14th. Let's see. September the 14th, 3:42 a.m., Las Vegas time. Was it Las Vegas time? Yeah, because I didn't go to sleep. I want to say Las Vegas time. Bud hit me up. He said, hold on, September the 13th, 4:57 p.m. This is what I said. I said, tonight on the world's biggest stage, everyone will witness Terence Boyd Crawford give Canelo the world's biggest ass whooping. 3 times undisputed. That's what I said. And I was sending him all kind of affirmations. I was telling him strategies. I ain't saying he listened to me on strategy. Of course, I ain't nobody. But you get what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, right? And then he hit me back up 7:14 a.m. after the fight, September the 14th. He said, we did it. I appreciate you for all you do and the motivating words you sent me. Much love, bro. Like he thanking me. He thanking me, talking about some we did it. I ain't did a motherfucking thing. You the one went in the ring and fought, and then because I'm not a part of his team. Bomac and Saul and Coach Red and Chet and that's his team, and all the sparring partners. That's his team. So if anybody did it, it was them, because it was the preparation and work that they put in. All I was doing is just sending them affirmations. I had them sending them a mural. We have a mural on our barbershop, right? We have a mural on our barbershop at Foster's Barbershop. I sent them this. It's a beautiful mural on the back of Foster's Barbershop. Says believe. I sent them that. That was September the 1st. I was sending them shit like every other day or 2-3 times a week. You know, just trying to keep his head sharp and all that stuff there. I would tell him, I said, look here, man, you're gonna be down. Now you know you're gonna be down a couple rounds when you step in that motherfucker now. Like real talk, like real shit. Like this some real shit. Real shit. Yeah, like real shit, bro. Like real shit. You know what I mean? I was telling them. Facts. The day I interviewed him before he went to Saudi Arabia. I was like, man, I said, I'm riding with you, man, till the wheels fall off, man. But you know, goddamn it, this shit close, goddamn it, you ain't gonna win this fight. You know that, right? I'm just telling you, you're gonna be down by 2 or 3 rounds before you step in there. I ain't trying to discourage you, but I'm telling you how this shit gonna play out. He say, man, I'm not even worried about that. It's in God's hands. I'm gonna beat this dude. I said, I'm gonna beat Canelo so thoroughly that they're not gonna be able to take it from me. That's what he told me. I said, all right, I'm with you. You see what I'm saying? Simple as that. Simple as that. Like, I'm dead ass serious. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Miss Connie. She said, what, coach? Just your words of affirmation from someone is not being paid is hard feeling. Oh, okay. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this coach again 2 times.
Coach Eddie, talk to me.
What's up, brother? Yo, you remember we were talking about when Kovalev fought Canelo, and everybody was saying the same thing. So, man, this fight looks fake, man. You know what I'm saying? This goes back to what you were talking about, which we kind of all knew that it'd be a lot of fight fixing and boxing, a lot of cheating going on. And Kovalev, we ain't never seen Kovalev come out throwing a little pity-pat jab his whole career. All of a sudden, he jump in the ring, he throwing his little weak, soft jab, almost pity-patting with Canelo. And, you know, just taking it kind of lucky, he's taking it easy on the guy, you know what I'm saying, into the knockout. I'm like, man, this fight looks fake, man. Even go back to the Danny Jacobs fight. They got this clip where Canelo dodges like 10 or 12 punches. And I seen that. I said, man, that's fake. Because I do the same thing in the gym when I'm fighting these kids or whatever. With the mitts, you can kind of throw a punch a certain way and give them an opportunity to dodge it. I'm like, man, this junk is fake, man.
Which fight you talking about? With what? With the Danny Jacobs?
Danny Jacobs.
Oh, yeah.
When he's fighting Danny Jacobs, it's a clip where he slipped like 12, 13
Yeah. Danny just flicking the jab. He was just flicking it. And Canelo, it was like a drill they do in the gym. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Exactly. I said, man, that's fake, man. I said, I've been around boxing too long. I know that's fake right there. They're like, I know the Kovalev fight, that was fake. Man, that was a fake fight. Man, he told Kovalev, look, man, take it easy. Don't go in there and try to knock the man out. Because you know Kovalev, he was already in legal trouble already. He needed the money. That's why he took the fight on such a quick turnaround. Because he was getting sued by some lady that he beat up. But he made about $12, $13 million to help him out with his legal trouble. He went in there, took it easy, and wound up getting cooked. Yeah, at the end, man. But like I said, all this fight fixing, everything you saying is spot on, man. Even I go as far when Andre Ward was hitting Kovalev in the nuts, and they stopped the fight, jumped in. Like, man, you ain't had to stop that fight. You could let the man fall down, let him get up and finish. I wish he wouldn't have stopped. That way, it would have been a more decisive win for Andre Ward if he would let Kovalev get up and get knocked out like he's supposed to. It'd be a lot of fights, but they'd be stopping him early. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fight fixing. You know, anytime you see the referee the judge is taking a long time. You know, they got to get the scores together. You know, and all that stuff. You already know they finna fix the fight. They finna start, manipulating, erasing stuff and trying to make the fight closer to what it is. That's the first thing they say. Why it taking so long to get scorecards in? Come on, man. It shouldn't take no 5 minutes to get scorecards in.
But you know, Coach Ed, I'm gonna say this: the Kovalev and Canelo fight. Because I pulled up the fight. Kovalev had just fought Anthony Yarde 90 days prior to fighting Canelo. And if you remember that fight, that was a very hard fight for Kovalev. So he ended up stopping Anthony Yarde in the 11th round, if I'm not mistaken, with a jab. And Anthony Yarde was so exhausted, he couldn't get back up. And so Kovalev took a lot of punishment that fight. And then he got the offer to fight Canelo. Bro, Kovalev, I remember this shit like it was yesterday. Kovalev publicly stated, he said, look, I'm still injured from the Anthony Yard fight, I need some time to heal. You know, when fighters fight, they ain't coming back fighting nobody 3 months later. Whether it's Devin Haney, whether it's Canelo, whether it's Benavidez, whether it's Crawford, regardless of who it is, ain't nobody coming back fighting. I'm talking about the top level fighter ain't coming back fighting nobody 3 months later. You know that. But he fought Canelo 3 months later, so he ain't really had time to heal. Now you could say, well, he still had a training camp from the last fight, but he really had time because what's my main man name? Buddy McGirt was his trainer.
Yard.
Buddy McGirt was Kovalev's trainer. I asked Buddy McGirt about that when I interviewed him. Well, I interviewed Buddy McGirt in LA. I asked him about that fight. He was like, yeah, man, Kovalev he wasn't really all the way healed. So he really didn't have, he needed more time than that. You get what I'm saying? And he said that, but Kovalev took the money. He got paid $8 million. He couldn't afford to pass the money up. So I don't know. So I'm not saying you wrong about the fight not being. I think if it was fixed, it was more fixed in that way, because look, man, you taking advantage of a situation. Like, come on, man, this man just had a brutal fight, but you gave him an offer he couldn't refuse. So that's pretty much what's on Kovalev. But I get what you're saying though.
I just want to say one more thing. I'm gonna let you go. This is what's so damning about this situation is that this guy that was built up to be this megastar and this invincible figure, and now his own people came out and said, we basically fixed all his fights. Because that's what cherry picking is. If it's a form of fixing the fight, when you know the outcome. And that's why these Canelo fans are going to be 38 hot with this guy. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you revealing this secret that everybody knows? It was an elephant in the room. And now you got your own people telling you, look, man, for the 12 years of this guy's career, we picked his fights. His fights were hand-picked for 12 years. And that's a hard pill to swallow. It's kind of like that Rocky 3 moment when Mick said, look, man, like, Terence Crawford was Clubber Lane. And Mick was like, you ain't been fighting nobody. You ain't been hungry, so you want to fight. What you mean they ain't fighting nobody? They were set up. You know what I'm saying? Canelo been fighting set up for 12 years, man.
But would you say they do that for pretty much all of the top promotional companies who have their top fighters? Would you say, I'm talking about the ones who are the favorite and loved by everybody? Would you say they do that to other fighters as well? It's not just Canelo, but I know Canelo is the topic of discussion, but and him and Eric Gomez, but would you say it's other fighters that might have benefited from that as well?
Oh yeah, 100%, man. I mean, from the Devin Haney, from the Jerron Ennis to the Shakur to the Tank David, all of them. But like I say, Canelo's just a mega star, so of course the limelight is going to be shining on him. But anytime you got a tomato can take a fight, tomato can get beat up by everybody. So they get like wolves, they like sheep to the slaughter. So yeah, of course they're going to use them guys to build these guys' resume, to make them look spectacular, give them these highlight reel knockouts. That's the business of boxing, unfortunately. But just to have a starter, like a so quote-unquote legend, having his own people to come out and say, hey, 12 years, we kind of cherry-picked this guy. That ain't a good look. But I ain't going to hold the line, Coach. That's my call.
All right, salute, fam. Now, I will say this. Life isn't fair. So, some people sit back and look at boxing and be like, man, there's certain things that are going on in the boxing. It ain't even fair. One fighter got an opportunity. The other fighter didn't get that same opportunity. Well, life isn't fair. Boxing isn't fair. Some fighters are the ones like, again, Stitch Duran was on the show. Stitch Duran said that 1% of the fighters in boxing generate 99% of the money. Carla, hold on. And we talking about like a Canelo. As I told you, Canelo is a walking economy. You can say what you want to say about Canelo. Canelo fight in Vegas, it's an event. He's a walking economy. The hotels are going to be packed. The concession stands are going to be selling product left and right. Restaurants are going to be filled up. Gambling casinos are going to be making money. You get what I'm saying? Like that dude, airlines are going to be booked. The 304s are going to come out and make a little money. You get what I'm saying? So that's that's Canelo. Tank Davis do the same thing on the hood level. He gonna bring out little coochie birds. He gonna bring out, the Pookies, the Ray Rays, John Johns. He gonna bring out the YNs. He gonna bring out the Laquitas. You might see some people fighting in the audience. Might be a shooting outside or whatever. When he fought Ronald Romero, thinking somebody it was a shooting outside or something of that sort. But he's gonna bring that for that. You get what I'm saying? And then now he got a taste of those crossover bucks fighting Ryan Garcia. So he was able to cross over with Ryan Garcia, and then now he's finna do another crossover with Jake Paul. Did you get what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. I think in all of those top popular guys who everybody love, the YouTube channels love and be fighting for, those guys, all of those guys are benefiting from that. Carlo, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? Happy Friday, man. This is Freddie Chapman from East Oakland. What's going on?
What's going on with you, Freddie?
All right. Hey, check it out. Hey, I just want to give you your flowers, though, man. While you're alive, man. You feel me? Like you were saying, right? You the superstar of your show. I mean, what other broadcast when the fans be able to talk to the poor people in boxing? Like I was hollering at D. Norman seeing yesterday. I mean, what other broadcast doing that? You feel me? I'm just grateful, man, that I could do that, man, your show, man. I just want to give you your flowers for the day, dog, pal. That's all I want to say. You have a blessed day, dog.
All right, shout out to Freddie, man. East Oakland, stand up. Deep East Oakland. I appreciate that, fam. You see what I like to do. I like to we get somebody on. Y'all call the show and let's do a three-way, and then you and the guy that's on, y'all talk to him, ask him the questions directly. I don't want to be the middleman to try to explain. No, hey man, the people want to call in. People want to talk to you. What's up? You get what I'm saying? So that's what I do. We'll say about Bill Haney. Bill Haney will talk to the people. You can say what you want to say about Bill Haney. Bill Haney will talk to the people. Whether you like him or not, he gonna do that. Brian Norman Sr., he gonna talk to the people. Whether you like him or not, he gonna do that. Oscar De La Hoya ain't gonna do that. A lot of these dudes in boxing ain't gonna do that. I don't think Bob Arum gonna do that. We damn sure know Al Hibby ain't doing it. Well, we can't even find Al. You get what I'm saying? So, I don't know about Eddie Hearn. Maybe Eddie will. I don't know. I haven't seen any videos of him doing it. But yeah, motherfucker call the show. Yeah, man, y'all call the show. Get them on three. Ask them what you want to ask. You ask them. You ask them. You get what I'm saying? I doubt if we get Devin Haney on the show. I doubt that. But even though he did say we'll do the interview, but I doubt it, man. It's some, I doubt it. Some motherfuckers you just know. It's kind of like if you ever lived in LA, right? In LA, they got something called, that's Hollywood talk. Y'all know what Hollywood talk is? Hollywood talk is, yeah, if you ever in LA, just hit me or give me a call so we can link up. And then you get to LA, you actually get to LA, you call a motherfucker, yeah, man, what's up, man? You said we were gonna link up. I'm here, baby, what's happening? Oh, damn, you here for real? Yeah, I was just talking, dog. True. Hey, I had a nigga, hey, this is a true story. Hold on. Y'all remind me, let me write this down. True story. I think I told this story before. I was in LA, right? I was staying at the W Hotel. Staying at the W. I was downtown. True story. It was a certain content creator I don't fuck with anymore. I don't fuck with this nigga at all. Like, this nigga's a certified coon. You know what I mean? But I had went live from the hotel. I guess he was watching the show, and he hit me up. Yeah, what's up, man? He live in LA right now. He live in LA right now, right? And he like, hey man, you know what, man? Hey man, let me come by and pick you up. Come by and pick you up, man. Go get something to eat or whatever, right? I like. Then he say, yeah, man, you know what'd be dope? You know what'd be dope? Man, if I pick you up, man, you come by my spot and I do a live show and I interview it live as a guest, in my shop. That'd be dope. I was like, nah, I ain't. Cause I don't want to be affiliated with no nigga like that. I don't been on your show one time on the internet, but I don't want to be affiliated with no nigga like you. I don't really fuck with you like that. You get what I'm saying? I can't be phony with it. I can't be phony with it. I'm a big energy person. Once I see the energy off, I'm gonna start fucking with you off the rip. I'm cutting that dead in that shit. Once I see that energy is off, I'm like, nah, cause sometimes you could be around a lame ass nigga, and then motherfucker go to thinking you lame because you around this lame ass nigga. His lameness go to rubbing off on you, or people perceive. Or sometimes if you real and this dude he a flaw dude, but people rock with you because you real. They may take it as though, well, you know what, Coach fucking with this flaw ass nigga, he must be on. No, he's still a flaw ass nigga. You get what I'm saying? No, so I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I ain't doing that. Shout out to Al Powell. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said, been calling him Canelo. What's a con? What does a con do? Deceives, tricks people, and take their money. Al Powell, man. He said, not just the style, anyone that can beat him.
But this ball is taking the easy matches. Fight another ball.
Al Powell, Coach Eddie, Rick Timms, and who else? My main man, Myron Magnus from DC. Boy, they been on Canelo bumper, boy. Ever since I had this channel, bro. They been on Canelo bumper. You know what I'm talking about?
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
They been, I like Canelo. I like Canelo. I like Canelo. I don't like the Cinnabons. I don't like the Cinnabons. I can't stand them, but I like Canelo though. Cause Canelo don't act like the radical element of his fan base. You got the Canelo fans, I'm cool with them. But the Cinnabons, oh my God.
To this day.
Man, I'm talking about the Cinnabons get on my goddamn nerves.
Don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit.
Yeah, I can't, man. I'm talking about I'm like, man, Lord have mercy. The Cinnabons, they be doing too much. And now they radio quiet now. They quiet than a motherfucker. I ain't never seen the Cinnabons this quiet. Man, I'm like, it's like they don't disappear. Like this, it's like they don't disappear.
You just sit here, you don't know what I'm talking about?
For real though.
Ran off on the plug twice.
These motherfuckers just ran off on the plug.
I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time.
You dig?
They said they never gave you niggas money.
Yes, sir.
But you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
Know what I'm talking about?
That's wrong, that's wrong. He did nothing to you.
So I tell everybody this, right? I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody. I have content creators. Some of them hit me up. I ain't gonna mention their names, but you know who you are. Some of them hit me up and talk to them. And I tell them like, I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody. I say, look here, man, you know, you're doing your thing, building your channel. You know, I really can't really give you no advice. But only thing I can tell you this here, don't get too high on the compliments and don't get too low on the disparagement. You know what I mean? When people tearing you down, because the motherfuckers who building you up today gonna be tearing your ass down tomorrow. This motherfuckers you gonna have. See, the reason why I don't have like when I first started this channel, let y'all know something. When I first started this channel, I think I used to have a panel every now and then. It'd be like me, Bruce Gas. I had another nigga who he don't really fuck with me. I don't really fuck with him no more, but he was one of my co-hosts, Shelton Moore. Let's see. My main man Blood used to come on. We had what the dude name who passed away? Kurt. What's his name? Was it Kurt Sugar? Kurt. Yeah, I think his name was Kurt. Was it Kurt Sugar or Bert? I forgot his name, but I think it was Kurt, right? Kurt ended up passing away and stuff like that. I remember one day I had just moved in this house that I'm in right now, right? Fresh from Miami, moved back home, moved in my lovely house I'm living in, 5-bedroom house on the lake. And we had a great boxing conversation. Oh, and my main man from Detroit was on there. What's my main man from Detroit? I ain't seen him in a while. I had my main man, somebody said his name Bert, Bert Sugar. Yeah, so somebody told me that what's my main man name from Detroit, man? He looked like Ant Banks. I forgot my main man name from Detroit, right? But listen, anyway, so yeah, I forgot my main man name from Detroit. But anyway, so all of us on the panel, right? So Kurt was told, this is around the time I was, having digital shootouts with the LDBC at that time, right? And Kurt used to be over there with Blue Bloods. So Kurt stopped coming over here because he was like, man. So I remember I was talking to my main man, Blood Boston, and he was like, yeah, man, Kurt can't come over here no more, man, because, you know, dudes told him, don't fuck with me. Don't come over here no more. Don't fuck with me and all that stuff there. And he didn't really want no problems or trouble, so he stopped coming on this side. And he ended up passing away a little bit later on after that. But yeah, but that's what he was told. That's what he was told. Now, I don't know how true it is. I couldn't confirm it. You know, my main man Blood was only relaying to me what Kurt told him. Because that's what Kurt told him. And he told me that. So that's what it was. But I say all that to say this. You know, if you're doing this shit, just understand that don't fall in love with compliments. And definitely don't fall in love with a YouTube channel giving you a shout out. That shit don't mean nothing. Motherfucker give you a shout out today, he gonna be dissing you tomorrow. I know what I'm talking about. So don't get too high on the compliments and don't get too low on the disses. Just always keep in the back of your mind and in the front of your mind that, you know what? Don't get too high on it, because this motherfucker, again, this shit kind of cutthroat at the same time. And I think that's why I'm the way I am. I'm the way I am because I really don't, you know, I don't know how to be anything other than myself. So, you know, I'm the way I am. Like, I don't really know. I really don't give a damn, because it's like there's really nothing. It's really nothing. What can the motherfucker offer me? And this shit ain't nothing. But what the only thing gonna happen? What, you gonna get some press credentials to go to a fight? That's it. Well, all you got to do is work on building your own brand. Build your own brand. Everybody gonna come to you. If you understand what branding is and how to build it. So you get what I'm saying? Because nobody owe you anything in this game. But guess what? You don't owe nobody nothing neither. And you got to understand that.
That's wrong, isn't it? That's wrong. He did nothing to you.
You did?
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman.
Yes, sir.
You wish you could work it the way I do.
No, sir, but you can't.
We did it first. We did it first, and we motivate even the greats. This is different.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I love this here. I love when my main man said, you wish you could work it the way I do, but you can't.
You wish you could work it the way I do, but you can't. You're begging me not to leave you, and I refuse to let you go.
Like when I go places, dog, you gonna see me in the hood. I might be in your ghetto, your projects. You get what I'm saying? Like you get what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, I don't be seeing these guys. I hear them chirping. It sound good, but I don't see these guys. These dudes ain't doing that shit. These niggas is scared. They ain't doing that, fam. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just, you know, I'm like, you know what I mean? That's just what it is. But you know, the politics of boxing, it's the politics of boxing. I get it. Right now, it's just that I got my thumb on the pulse. It's very, very easy. You know, it's like, all right, cool. It is what it is. I deflect a lot of shit now. I'm kind of like, see, this is the thing, right? You never set your table in somebody else's house. Like when I have Thanksgiving dinner, you never have a Thanksgiving dinner in somebody else's house. I'm you know, of course we do that all the time, but I'm just trying to paint a picture. I'm trying to prove a point. It's that person's house. That person can kick you out that house at any given time. So I be very careful about who I hitch my wagon to. And I'm very transparent. I understand that this, and you gotta understand if you gotta understand what type of relationship it is too. Is this a transactional relationship? Is this a transactional relationship? You gotta understand that. If it's a transactional relationship, then you know it ain't really. Understand that the relationship is only as good as the. Hold on, we got a call there. It's the last call. All right, caller, hung the phone up. Call back. You hung the phone up. And it's all about building genuine relationships. Like I have some genuine friendships in boxing. Dudes who I know personally, who I can call and talk to. I'm in their city, we gonna kick it and hang out. Genuine relationships with people. Whether they are the fighters, whether they're boxing dads, whether they're managers, whether some of them are in the media. And then I go by, I have a golden rule that I go by. I fuck with those who fuck with me. I ain't trying to fit nobody else's circle. And I don't force shit. This is who I am. That's who you is. The way I roll and the way you roll, does it mesh? If it mesh, cool. Because I consider myself a Sigma male. Like a lone wolf type person. Alpha but a lone wolf. You get what I'm saying? So that's kind of like, that's me. I know I have a strong character and a strong personality. And my character and personality don't mess with everybody. I understand that. So I stay in my lane and I do what I do. I ain't worried about what nobody else do. You get what I'm saying? So the people who fuck with me, they fuck with me because they have a basis, they have an understanding. I like this nigga here is a straight dude, he a straight shooter. They fuck with me on the strength of that. Because I don't know how to be anything other than myself. You know, I'm not going to be the industry nigga. I ain't trying to get along with everybody. I don't give a fuck how big your channel is, or how many subscribers you got. That shit don't mean nothing to me. I'm the shit over here at True Media. I built this. I'm the shit over here. You might be Michael Jackson over there. But nigga, I'm Prince over here. Or you might be Prince over there, but I'm Michael Jackson over here. I'm Kobe Bryant over here. I ain't worried about what you doing over there, because I'm too focused on what I'm doing. But I'm watching everybody, though. I'm watching everybody. And when I say I watch them, I ain't got to watch them by looking at all their content. I got an app on my phone that watches them. My app tell me everything I need to know. I got an app that tell me, well, you know, okay, this nigga just dropped this, how many videos a day, how much his videos are earning. His videos are earning how much money? Damn, okay, this nigga here doing good. But I know how many videos this nigga dropping a day. In order for me to do those type of numbers, I need to drop about 4 or 5 or 6 videos per day on top of going live. Y'all know I think I did that maybe one time. I think I did that. I did that for a month straight one time because I tested it myself. And I'm supposed to be dropping way more content than what I'm dropping. It's just that I make money doing other stuff. So I don't just depend on, you know, boxing and YouTube to make money. It's other shit that I do that make way more money than this. Did you get what I'm saying? But you know, so I understand the money game as it relates to the content creation, especially in boxing. I get it. I would tell y'all the apps though. I think I told y'all before. Hey, shout out to Flex. He say, Coach, in reality, you talking live. That's why I've been listening to this channel for a long minute now. He said, plus you make me laugh loud sometimes. But see, my show, if I was to do it, hey, Flex, check this out. I was thinking about it, right? I was thinking about it. Hey, shout out to Willie Sumner. Willie, what's going on? He say, sup, Willie? Coach need to make you a mod. Hey, I can make you one on my other channel. You gotta come to the other channel, Willie, if you leave a comment on the other one. Yeah, because Willie been rocking with me for a while. I can make you a mod. Yeah, but anyway, but check it out though, right? Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn, what was out there? Hold on, what you said, fam? Fuck. Man, hold on. He said Coach in reality. Oh, yeah, my channel. This channel is about damn, I said it today, man. I was in the barbershop today. Boxing comedy and boxing comedy and entertainment. This is the boxing comedy and entertainment YouTube channel. I'm in my own lane. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about real shit. We're gonna talk that boxing talk. You know, I'm gonna bring it in my way. But we talk about real life shit over here too. We talk about real life things, real life issues over here as well. I love talking about real life issues. I told you I like talking about non-boxing content more than I like talking about boxing content. And remember, when I interviewed Big Ant from Urban Politicians TV, I was telling him, I say, man, I really want to do more on the lines of what you was doing. That's what I really wanted to do from the beginning. He like, man, if the people fuck with you, they gonna fuck with you. You got to start incorporating that type of content into into what you do. If they fuck with you, they gonna fuck with you anyways. I was like, you're right. Cause the boxing shit get kind of boring to me sometimes. So I have to, and I went through several branding stages on my channel. I started out with New Media Today USA, then I started out with True Media Today USA, then I settled in with True Media Podcast. Cause I didn't want to tie no boxing and nothing to it, Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from? You the last call.
Hey, Coach, this is H-Town T from H-Town. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear H-Town. You sound good. Talk to me, brother.
Coach, ever since I've been watching you maybe for about 2.5 years. Now, there was one thing you said today that I ain't like. What you said about Crawford, when Crawford sent you that text message, God put it on my heart, so I'm going to tell you. You is a part of that week, Coach. I've been watching you for 2.5 years. I don't see nobody hold Crawford down how you hold him down. You said the other week, he seen you with the Mexican flag on your show. He watched you.
Yeah.
He know what you got going on. You a part of that week. You a part of that team, whether you believe it or not. You a part of that, Coach. I just wanted to tell you that because the way you hold it down for Crawford, I wish other people would do that for him. But we know they not because them motherfuckers gonna hate. Motherfuckers hate you because you associated with the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. That brings envy. That brings jealousy. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I had, Coach. It was just that. I just want to say that to you, man. I appreciate everything you do every day. You keep me rolling in this truck. I wait for 2 o'clock Central Standard Time every goddamn day because I need you to get through the rest of this day, man. So I appreciate you, big dog, for real. 100.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man. H-Town T, stand up.
All right.
Yeah, hold on. But I'm gonna tell y'all why I say that. The reason why I say that is because, I don't never want to feel like I'm overstepping my bounds. I don't want nobody to feel like because I develop a friendship with a brother, and he kind of like adopted me, kind of like into his family, and his family fuck with me. I don't never want to be mistaken for saying that I'm speaking for Crawford or I represent his family. I don't. You get what I'm saying? Now that ain't for me to say that. That's for him to say that. Now, I will say this. Carla, hold on. Bomac have said it. This is a true story. I got a picture. Me, Bomac, and Bud. This right when he beat Spence. Bomac said it in front of Deborah, Bud, TT, a whole bunch of people in the house, right? He said, man, for you to be over here, goddamn it, you a part of the family now. That's what he told me. Bomac, my witness. Bud to tell you, TT, Miss Deborah tell you. I ain't never say it. But he said it. You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like that ain't my place. That ain't my place. That ain't my place to say. You get what I'm saying? So I ain't one of these niggas gonna be claiming fame like, yeah, nigga, you know what I mean? I'm with the champ, nigga. I'm saying this and saying that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm never gonna overstep my bounds. Never. I'm never gonna do that. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from? Your last call.
This is Vision Sports TV.
Vision Sports, talk to me. Where you calling from, fam?
Yeah, what's good, Coach? Out the DMV.
DMV, talk to me, brother.
Yeah, what's good, Coach, man? Thanks for taking my call, man. But I wanted to chime in though on the and that's real too when you say that you don't be overstepping that boundary. Like that's what make people want to rock with you for real. But yeah, I wanted to chime in on the Canelo thing, man. That was my first time hearing about that. But
you talking about from Eric Gomez?
Yeah, about the whole situation about the so what was it? He saying that that they was cherry picking for Canelo.
Pretty much. What he was saying? Yeah, what he was saying was the 12 years that Canelo was with Golden Boy, they knew what styles not to match him up with. So yeah, they wanted to avoid those type of styles like the Mayweathers, the Laras, and stuff like that. He said because we knew, so we made sure that we kept him away from those type of styles. That's what he was saying in the interview.
Yeah, I mean, my opinion about that. I mean, you can't really it ain't really like that's the boxing. That's a professional boxing game right there. Like that's what all these fighters, promoters are doing. That's what they all do, man. So it's really not no news. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they all doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
They,
True.
You know,
That's true.
That's
true.
And they'll choose they'll pick and choose what they want to call it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because even the fans be doing it. Like the fans be like, how come we can't see this fight? How come we can't see that fight? Then they'll call it next week, be like, man, I think that's a good test for him. I think that's a good fight for him because you don't want to give to him too early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like people, you gotta pick and choose what you want to do. I mean, me, I'm like, look, if he nice, put him against somebody else that's nice too. I don't want to see no tune-ups and all that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know it ain't the topic, but you know, for example, you know, like Boots, you know what I'm saying? It's like all we hear is about him catching bullets with his teeth, but you know, we see him against Lima. It's like, dog, you knocked him out in one round. We knew you was going to do that. That ain't no. Like, we knew you was going to do that. Like, all we hear is about you catching bullets with your teeth, and you so great, and you're the best thing against Roy Jones. I mean, of course you're gonna be Roy Jones against John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. Like, I mean, come on. Then Eddie Hearn will be like, yeah, I saw Jacob Jingleheimer. I seen him. He's one of the best. He could beat Tank and knock out everybody right now. I think he gonna lie and do all that. So, and that's why boxing ain't really all that popular like that. If you go down the street, you know, a common street, just ask somebody about boxing, they're not gonna know. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't really, because it's just too much of this cherry picking and all that kind of stuff. Now Turkey, he trying to bring it back, but I want to know this though, Coach. Like, why are we not seeing Better Be versus Benavidez though?
Man, again, what Benavidez is fighting. Benavidez is fighting. He got a fight coming
Anthony
up.
Yard, but why? Why he fighting Anthony Yard though?
I mean, I don't know.
Why he can't fight Better? Why he can't fight Better Be? Like,
Well, Better Be got a fight coming up.
Yeah, it's on the same card, right?
I think it was supposed to be on the same card. No. He had a fight coming up on a different card. He had a fight coming up on a different card.
Why they couldn't make that? Why they can't make that?
I mean,
why they can't give us what we want to see? I don't want to see Anthony Yard first. He gonna beat Anthony Yard. I mean, I'm not saying the Yard ain't good, but that ain't the best fight that could have been made. I want to see Benavidez.
Well, just because you're not seeing it now, don't mean you're not gonna get it later.
Yeah, I want to see it now because later in boxing, to me, later is I'd rather see, like, when it comes to later in boxing, sometimes it don't work out.
Well, you know, the reality
right now.
The reality of the situation is this: it ain't happening now. So now, what you gonna do?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it should.
Okay, it should, but it's not.
Turkey, come on, Turkey.
Yeah, it should, but it's not.
On,
so my point is, it should in your eyes, but it's not. Now what?
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. Like, boxing, that's the game we in. You know what I mean? But I'm still going to definitely check out the Yard. I'm not saying Yard ain't good. I definitely would like to see the fight. But I'm just saying, you know, I would definitely want to see that Better Be. Even if it is in the future, you know, I'm gonna check it out then too. But yeah, that's basically my take on that, on the Canelo situation. You know, it's like, it's just a game, really. I mean, they are all of them cherry picking and, you know, picking and choosing basically, you know, who could make the money, you know, keeping the O on the record, you know. So if Canelo and them was doing that, all right, he did a good job. He did a good job. I mean, he's still one of the greatest, you know. That you know.
Yeah, but listen, I'm gonna let you go. But yeah, that's what the president of the Golden Boy said. He said that. He said that's why we kept him away from certain styles. That's what the man said. I mean, who's better to know than him? And you know, if you listen to what he said and line up with how everything went, you can come to your own conclusion. But yet, I can't deny the fact that this is what the president of Golden Boy Promotions said. This is how we carry Canelo. So that tells me they're doing the same thing with Vergil Ortiz. They're doing the same thing with Vergil Ortiz because you didn't just start doing it with Canelo. Yeah. You're doing it with Vergil as well. So, you know, they did it with Ryan Garcia until he forced their hand and said he wanted to fight Tank. So they did it with Jaime Munguia. So this is their blueprint.
Oh, yeah. That was a good one.
He came out and said he addressed the elephant in the room. So now I know when I see a Golden Boy fighter and I see a kid also finna fight JoJo Diaz, I know what that is. When I see Vergil Ortiz fight his next opponent, I know what that is. Because the president came out and said it.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, well, salute, fam. Hey, shout out to Vision Sports, down DMV, stand up. Yeah, see, once you see, this the thing, right? This the thing, right? It's one thing to say it. It's one thing for me to believe this is what's going on. But when you open your mouth and clear all doubt, it's like, oh shit, it ain't no doubt no more. We knew what was going on with PBC. That was all in-house stuff. Look here, baby boy, check this out. I'm gonna pay you a lot of money. I'm gonna pay you more than what you should get paid to fight this dude right here. This is another setup fight. You get what I'm saying?
But this bum is taking the easy matches. Fight another bum.
You know, this is another setup fight we gonna put you in, baby boy. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You got a good fan base. You know, you can fight anybody. They love it. Was that Big John Doe? Hey, shout out to Big John Doe. For dropping that quarter over. Damn, dub on your boy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say so Canelo is strategically choreographed fighter just like Wilder. He said, just let that sink in. Cinnabon salute. He said. Shout out to Allen, man. Driving that quarter of a dub. He said, just got here and saw the title. Am I hearing this right? Did that ginger frog just get officially exposed as the duck he is? Man, Stalling, man. Hey, man, come on, man. Y'all can't be jumping on Canelo like that, man. Hey, look here, man. Hey, Allen. Come on, fam. He say, if so, it's a most glorious day. Man, come on, man. Y'all come on up, man. I'm just stalling man out, man. Y'all been on that man bubble for years, man. Y'all got to get a man the break.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Did another thing too. You can tell like when some dudes get in the ring, they don't even be trying to fight. They look scared. Like look at Jamel Charlo. See, that's what made me mad, upset with Jamel Charlo. Bro, he made it like, okay, tell me you ain't trying to win without telling me you ain't trying to win. Looking scared all in the press conference. I mean, you were barking like a dog against Tony Harrison. Barking like a dog against Lubin. Talking trash to Brian Castano. Everybody you fought, you went off on, you were talking trash to. Then when it's time to fight Canelo, man, you did a whole 180. Then after the fight, you gave a press conference. Yeah, Lions only, and he had his family out there clapping for him. Yeah, yeah, Lions only, and I'm proud of my performance. I did good, I didn't get knocked out. Some people said I would get knocked. I didn't get knocked out, and I went in there and I fought. And then you see the way Crawford fought Canelo. You saw the total opposite. Boy, like, look here, man, I'm gonna go fight this nigga, man. Put these hands on the motherfucker, man. Hit the motherfucker right cross, bap, bap. Come with the left, bap. Put the lead jab on the bap. Go to the body. I'm gonna hit him in the body, make him lift his whole leg up. And I'm gonna hit him in the body, hit him with a 2-piece in the body, fight his ass in the pocket, fight him mid-range, box him on the outside, then come back in the kitchen again, let him know what time it is. And then you sit back and look at Jamel Charlo. You say, how come Jamel Charlo ain't at least try to do what Bud did? The nigga was scared before he stepped in the ring. He was scared and did too. Now I'm thinking, okay, what Al Heyman told. Hey, look at baby boy, check this out. We got Nello, right? This the first fight. I think that was that the first fight or the last fight? Which fight that was? Was that the first fight? When Canelo came to the PBC, who did he fight first? That was Jamel Charlo he fought first, right? I think that was the only PBC fighter he fought. I want to say that was the first fight of the 3-fight deal. Because he fought Jamel, I think he fought Jaime, and then he fought Edgar the last fight. I could be wrong about the position. Which fight he fought first? I know he fought Edgar last. But I think he fought Jamel Charlo first. Look here, baby boy, check this out. We got Canelo coming over. We're trying to make the fight with him and your brother. We know he in AA meetings right now. Check it out though, right? Canelo, I cash cow. He the guy over here now. So what we need you to do, baby boy, go in there and put, don't try to win. Don't try to win. Now, don't try to win. Just, tame that Lions only shit. I need you to pipe that down a little bit. I need you to show me the kitty cat. I don't need you to be lying, though. I need you to be snarf. True. The man, his scary ass went in there. I don't even think they had a talk with Jamel Talon. I just think he was just already scared. He was scared. The man looked like he was scared already. I don't even think they had to have a conversation with him. That nigga was scared. That's what made me mad. I'm like, bro, you didn't even try, fam. You didn't even try. You went in there and you laid down. You could have been 2-division undisputed champion. You could have been undisputed at 154. He was already undisputed at 154 at that time, if I'm not mistaken. Or formerly, I think he lost one of his belts. And then you could have been undisputed at 168. Bro, you didn't even try, fam. You ran from the first bell to the 12th. The only round you fought in was the 5th round. I think the 5th round, he let his hands go. You didn't even try, fam. Anyways, I dedicate this show to the hood.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
Yeah, man, the man didn't even try, man. I'm gonna give everybody, man, a shout out after these messages. Man, shout out to Coach Eddie from ATL.
Hey, okay.
Freddie from Oakland.
Hey, okay.
H-Town T from H-Town.
Hey, okay.
Big John Doe, what up, Doe?
Hey, okay.
My main man, Alan Maddox.
Hey, okay.
Can't forget about Al the Pal.
Hey, okay.
OBW Stretch.
Hey, okay.
Jamie Vasquez, salute, brother.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Don Vaughn.
Hey, okay.
Green Eyes P.
Hey, okay.
Gavin Goins.
Hey, okay.
And shout out to Crenshaw P.
Hey, okay.
If you watch Black Dynamite, you'll know who Crenshaw P is. Crenshaw P was one of the pimps. Crenshaw P. I'm gonna lay one thing on you cats and I'm gonna split. That I'm declaring war on anybody who sells drugs in the community. But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs in the community. Y'all remember that shit? Y'all remember that shit? Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, hold on. Where is it? I can't find it. I must have got rid of it. I think I must have got rid of it. He said, I'm declaring war on anybody selling drugs in the community. But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs in the community. Hey, y'all go watch Black Dynamite. Bro, if you smoke weed, smoke some weed and watch Black Dynamite. I promise you, bro, it's it's that movie right there. And then we got Undercover Brother with Eddie Griffin. Is Eddie Griffin and Dave Chappelle? That's another one, bro. Bro, that's been one of the, man, you want to laugh. Bro, I promise you ain't going to stop laughing. You will not stop laughing, bro. Shout out to MB813. What's going on, fam? Tampa, stand up.
Hey, okay.
A-Town T.
Hey, okay.
Crenshaw P.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to that 90 shit.
Hey, okay.
Tita from North Omaha.
Hey, okay.
Flex BK.
Hey, okay.
Can't forget about doggone. Can't forget about G5 from the Bronx.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Albert.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Clinton.
Hey, okay.
Chastity.
Hey, okay.
She said, Coach, is that an AI video? No. That was an interview. Chastity, that was an interview from Eric Gomez. Eric Gomez did an interview on the 3 Knockdown Rule podcast with Mario Lopez and Steve Kim. So if you look up the 3 Knockdown Rule podcast on YouTube, you will see that interview. That interview happened like the other day. You'll see that. You'll see the interview in its entirety. No, it's not AI. It's not AI. That's a real interview. Shout out to Miss Black Panther.
Hey, okay.
The Natural.
Hey, okay.
Round 1 in the building.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Q Zone. Jamie from New York. What else we got? Let's see. Shout out to Daniel. What's going on, fam? Dr. Paul Evans. Can't forget about my main man Rick Tim Southside. Sheila from H-Town. Willie Sumlin in the building. Summer in November. Can't forget about HBCU Spotlight. Just the other chat. Shout out to everybody watching on Twitter. The app formerly known as Twitter. It's called X now. Freddie in the building. Who else we got in the building, man? Check this out. This is another thing that killed me, right? These niggas be talking all this crazy shit about their favorite fighter. I'm like, dog, listen. You saying your fighter Freddy Krueger, this dude over here, dog, your fighter Freddy Krueger, this dude over here, Michael Myers. What's up? Why y'all can't fight each other? You know, my fighter is Freddy. My fighter is Freddy Krueger. Everybody is scared of him. Okay, well, Michael Myers right there. Michael Myers said he want to smoke. He ain't ready. Michael Myers doing jumping jacks. You know, he jump roping. He doing everything. Look, I'm right here, baby boy. What's happening? I'm here. You said you wanted all the champions. I got a belt right here you can get. What's up? Y'all don't, you know what I mean? Michael Myers right there. You said you a boogeyman. He said he a boogeyman. But guess what? Eddie Hearn ain't trying to put the two boogeymen together. You want to know why? Because he protecting his fighter. True. Now, and listen, those are the facts. That's the truth, fam. That's the truth. Take it out. I don't care what you say. That's what's going on. He protecting his fighter. He using one fighter name as clout to build his fighter up while he fighting tomato cans and lima beans, but at the same time saying everybody ducking him, while one guy that's jumping up and down on Twitter and everything, he say, look, I'm ready. Nigga, I'm ready. Turk out of Sheik, we ready. Turk out of Sheik said he having a hard time finding a fighter to me. Okay, you here now, what's up? Come get this belt. Nah, man, I ain't, nah, sometimes see what's going on. Shout out to Allen. Okay. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said, I'm a Capricorn. I ain't letting go of nothing. He said, I'm standing 10 toes down, and I'm going to keep putting my foot on that ginger duck and stepping on his feathered neck.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Listen, man, I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the WhatsApp legendary Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth. Catching bullets with his teeth? Nigga, please. Yeah, man, I ain't going for that. You can fool these other niggas. You can't fool me. I know what's going on. Yeah, you got them fooled. I ain't fooled, baby boy. I know what's going on. We know what it is. Shout out to Chastity. Okay. Let's see, bitch. Trying to tell me. I know what's going on. Nigga, I know that shit. I see what's going on. Shout out to Al, what's going on, fam? Okay. Listen, Mr. Boyd, what's going on, brother? Okay. Miss Black Panther in the building. And we can't forget about Chris Shaw P. I catch you guys on the next one. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, be there. Peace. I'm going to get at y'all, man. Y'all know what time it TI is.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.